the first of a record 28 bowl games. The New Orleans Bowl just one of two non-BCS bowls that pits conference champions against each other. Cincinnati overcame a 2-5 start to claim a share of the Conference USA title, and for the second year in a row, North Texas won the Sun Belt, going 6-0 in conference play. Now let's go inside the Bearcats locker room with Rob Stone.
Hey, I'm obviously very quiet in the locker room right now, but team very upbeat, very motivated just moments ago. Conference USA officials told me yesterday, hey, when Cincinnati was in the bowl game last year, very tense, very tight. Not so this year. Very loose in the locker room, going through stretching. As the players were walking out earlier, they were yelling into our camera, hey, time to kick off this bowl season on the right foot. Bam?
And we will do that kickoff coming up from the Superdome. But first, let's take it back to the studio and Reese Davis.
Pam, thank you very much. From the Crescent City tonight, a couple of old Missouri Valley Conference foes getting together in Cincinnati and North Texas. Reese Davis here with Trev Alberts and Mark May. And guys, kicking off the bowl season, the first of 28 postseason games, and occasionally you'll hear the cynics say, too many bowl games. But Mark, tell me what it does for the players and what it does for the program.
Well, there aren't too many bowl games. To me, there's not enough bowl games. Growing up in upstate New York, when I was being recruited by a lot of colleges, I used to watch television. I used to watch the players play in bowl games, enjoy themselves, have a lot of fun. These games are very important to the coaching staff because they get a couple of extra weeks to prepare their players in practice. And for recruits, they want to see those teams on television, those guys out there enjoying themselves.
What I like about bowl season is the perception versus reality of these games. I remember when I was at Nebraska, it seemed like we were always playing Florida State and Miami, and it was always like we were the corn boys, the farm boys who weren't very athletic, played with a lot of heart. We were going to go down to play Florida State. We're going to play Miami.
Is this the perception or the reality part?
This is the perception part. Then we go down to Florida State. We're 17-point underdogs, and all of a sudden we beat them. I mean, if it wasn't for the officials giving Florida State a few calls, we absolutely dominated that game. And I think that's what it's all about in bowl season. You see those different things.
You've already been reprimanded by the Big Eight at the time for that type of comment, and you're just going to fly in the face of that 8-year-old reprimand and do it again?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's talk about our game coming up. Cincinnati and North Texas. Cincinnati, a little bit of a change in philosophy late in the season. You look at their last 7 games, Gaduli only threw more than 35 passes one time, a direct contrast from the early in the season.
Yeah, and that's why they're playing so well right now offensively. I mean, early in the season, they weren't a two-dimensional offense. They were very one-dimensional, just throwing the ball all the time, like you said. DeMarco McCleskey's made this team very good at running back. They're averaging 24 carries. They're getting him the football. And what that does when you're two-dimensional is all of a sudden you're not turning the ball over. Gino had 16 interceptions early. Throughout the season, he had 16 interceptions. But in the last 7 games, only 4 interceptions. The reason is, Mark, of course, when you're two-dimensional, it makes it much more difficult for the defense. North Texas has a nice defense.
Well, they have a tremendous defense. For Gino Gaduli, he better watch out. This defense is ranked 9th nationally. They're 3rd in total defense, only giving up 14 points a game. But here's the key about this defense. A defensive tackle, Brandon Kennedy, 5'11", 315 pounds. That may shock you, but he's 2nd in the nation in tackles for losses with 24. So the offensive line of Cincinnati, beware. Be very aware of the defensive tackle.
Why does that shock you? Why, he can't be over 300 pounds if he's under 6 foot?
5'11", he's really about 5'9". They have him listed at 5'11".
It said when he was at 290, he could dunk a basketball.
Oh, come on. He looks like
I don't know if he can do that anymore. I tell you, but like Kennedy's brother, he's certainly very good. When we come back at halftime, we're going to try to decipher whether it was the AM, PM, or the snooze button that kept Chris Ricks from missing his exam and missing the Sugar Bowl. And here come the Bearcats, just 2-11 in Dome. They'll try to turn it around in a few moments.
Supercharged Mercedes-Benz C230 Sports Coupe. Now you can take the Windy City with you wherever you go. The C-Coupe starts at just $25,615 and includes scheduled maintenance for the life of the warranty, because around here it's what's on the inside that counts.
It's ATA's Take Note fares. Take note of our everyday low fares on nonstop flights to great destinations, coast to coast and beyond, with no advance purchase or minimum stay requirements. Want to fly for free? Go to ATA.com to register and learn how you can start earning your free trip today. Low fares and free travel. Next time, fly ATA.
Who lost this game last year to Colorado State, but the Mean Green is back, and they will will take on a Cincinnati Bearcat team playing in its third straight bowl for the first time in school history. The Bearcats, the co-Conference USA champs, taking on North Texas, who for the second straight year won the Sun Belt. Hello and welcome to the Big Easy, Pam Ward, along with another Big Easy, Chris Philbin. And Chris, this is going to be a great matchup between a potent offense and the stingy defense of North Texas.
Yeah, you take a look at North Texas and their defense. The one guy you got to point out and look for is Brandon Kennedy, 5'9", 315 pounds, 24 tackles for loss, and 9 sacks. Folks, that's incredible from playing from the inside defensive tackle position. On the other side, Gino Guidugli. What's he done? He spreads the ball around, thrown for over 3,000 yards. He's the leader of that offense. Quite a good player. Keep your eye on him tonight.
And the leader of North Texas is their head coach, Daryl Dickey. He is standing by with the third member of our team, Rob Stone.
Well, Coach, how do you plan on stopping Cincinnati's no-huddle offense?
Well, we're just going to try to slow them down, play our style of defense. They'll probably make some plays on us because they do against everybody, but we've got to keep them from making too many big plays.
If you had to put together a game plan to nullify your big nose tackle, Brandon Kennedy, what would you do?
Probably do what everybody else does, double team him or hold him.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck. Thank you.
And the double team him or hold him is really a philosophy that you've heard talking to some of the other coaches who have had to go against him. And North Texas played a very good non-conference schedule this season, starting off against Texas. Right now, the bowl season about to begin. The bowls have indeed begun. A record 28 bowls this year, and this is the first one. Cincinnati is playing just 11 days after its last game against East Carolina, which made them bowl eligible. North Texas won the toss and deferred, so Cincinnati in all white with the black helmet, and there's the onside kick. We saw North Texas practice that a lot yesterday, but Cincinnati comes up with it. Derek Ross covers it up, so Cincinnati gets great field position. Gino Guidugli, only a sophomore, has several Bearcat passing records running the spread offense. They run well out of it. DeMarco McCleskey over 1,200 yards on the ground, and John Olinger is a weapon.
Yeah, John averages over 20 yards a catch. They want to get him involved in the game early. He's their deep threat.
So Cincinnati coming in 7-6 on the season, 6-2 in Conference USA, and there is Olinger, really one of 3 receivers that Guidugli loves to find. And they take over on North Texas' side of the field. Guidugli going up in the air right away into double coverage, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Don McGee, and McGee stumbles out to the 12-yard line. Great start to that defense.
Well, let me say, I like the call by going with the surprise onside kick, which we saw them work on in practice yesterday. Hey, you got nothing to lose, and I like Cincinnati's call. Hey, we got great field position. Go deep. North Texas is ready for it. McGee, great position, playing his free safety, playing center field. Does a great job bringing the ball in. Nice return.
And Andrew Smith is the very young quarterback, just a freshman, who goes for North Texas, playing his best football the last 2 games. Kevin Galbraith over 1,100 yards in this run-oriented offense. George Marshall and Jamel Branch have 53 of the total 89 receptions for the Mean Green. So 1 play for Cincinnati, and now here comes North Texas. And Galbraith gets it right away and gets absolutely nothing. They go to the offensive line that gave up only 16 sacks. Nick Zuniga is a 2-time first-team All Sun Belt Conference player.
Keep your eye on Andy Brewster coming in about 245. That's on the light side for an offensive lineman.
So it could be a good day for Antoine Peak. He has Cincinnati records for most sacks in a game, season, and career.
Trent Cole, explosive. One word, explosive. There's Antoine Peak. He'll bring it now.
Cole, actually, when they put him in the starting lineup, that's when Rick Minner thought that his team really started to click defensively. And once again, Galbraith gets it, showing some of that speed as the flag flies in the North Texas backfield. Galbraith close to the first down marker. Lou Adams made the stop.
Yeah, J.R. Randall had a nice tackle. The only problem is he's on the offensive line, and as we all know, you're not allowed to do that. But that's a great cutback by Galbraith. That's something to keep your eye on. Cincinnati's got to play gap-sound defense to keep this young man in contained. sometimes you get over-aggressive because, you know, in the trenches, you're trying to battle for supremacy right off the bat. You want to show how tough he is. You want to show how tough you are. You go at it pretty hard.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot, repeat the down.
ACC crew here today, and that negates that 7-yard gain by Galbraith. Willis Edwards starts at middle linebacker for Cincinnati, but we will see a lot of sophomore Jamar Enzor, who actually got more snaps at that position during the year. And Blue Adams returned 2 of his team-high 6 interceptions for touchdowns this season. Franklin Calicott is in for Doug Monahan, missing yet another game with a high ankle sprain. 3 receivers in on 2nd and 16.
Big screen down. 3-step drop.
And he gets his man. That's Jamel Branch.
That's big for Andrew Smith now. I'll tell you why. He's a redshirt freshman quarterback. For him to be in his first bowl game, it's a nice call by Ramon Flanagan, the offensive coordinator from North Texas, to get him involved early, give him a nice little 3-step drop versus zone, deliver the ball on time. You got a good play and a manageable 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5, so 11 yards on that last play. 2 tight ends in for North Texas. They very rarely throw to their tight end. Branch in motion, but they go to Galbraith, and he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. So they go to their bread and butter, and Galbraith, who was 2nd in the Sun Belt Conference in all-purpose yards, stopped by Willis Edwards.
And, you know, there's a fault to being too conservative now. When Cincinnati, we talked to A.J. Kristoff, the defensive coordinator, they're going to play 9 people against these guys up in the box. You know, we hear that 8 in the box, and Cincinnati says, okay, we're bringing 9 in the box because they feel like they can match up with the corners on the outside edge people for North Texas.
Their philosophy is to make Andrew Smith beat them, not Galbraith, and that time Galbraith did not, as he was stopped on that 3rd down play. Brad Tadlabar in, and he shanks that punt, and Cincinnati, for the 2nd straight time, will get excellent field position starting in North Texas territory around the 47. That's only a 25-yard punt. The Bearcats have it when we come back to New Orleans.
I have an apology to make for knitting you a present rather than buying something you'd enjoy. I thought each present was a little piece of me, a person who, I'm now told, isn't very good at knitting. I'm sorry. This year, I'm shopping at Staples. You should, too. They have the exciting technology gifts everyone wants. And this month, you can get free delivery from Staples.com. But you can't get a macrame mouse pad.
Holiday shopping? Done at Staples.
Happy anniversary, honey.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
There's something I gotta do.
Oh, yeah? What?
I love this woman! I love her!
What are you doing? Stop.
Okay, then I guess this will have to do.
Oh, my God. I love this man. I love him. I love him. I love him.
Ask your doctor about Celebrex.
Oh, this is bad.
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious raccoonist. Rated E for everyone.
ESPN's Thursday Night Hockey. Who dominates the ice out west? Madonna and the Stars travel to Hockey Town to take on the Wings. Or Thornton and the Bruins battle Yager and the Caps. Regional coverage begins 8 Eastern Thursday on ESPN.
Gino Guidugli has thrown 1 pass today, and it was picked off by Don McGee. And now Cincinnati in good field position. You think, why not? Maybe do it again, Chris.
Well, they got a little different setup now. They're shotgun, 2-back formation. Richard Hall coming in.
Richard Hall, very talented, backup to DeMarco McCleskey, 2nd leading rusher on this team. 3 wide receivers, and they go with the handoff inside. And bottled up right away is McCluskey by that mean green defense. A flag flies late. Here's Kennedy.
Yeah, Mean Green was ready for that play. They know that's their running formation. Why they were ready? Because the corner for North Texas comes up and gets in position to stop the play. Jeremy Pearl.
Block below the waist against Cincinnati will negate that 2-yard gain by McCluskey.
They were playing run right away. Now, if you're Cincinnati, you see that. They run that again. What you got to do is audibilize when that corner comes up and shows
illegal block below the waist by the offense. 15-yard penalty. We'll keep it at.
Yeah, that's a huge penalty. We already showed you the skill players, and now the offensive line for Cincinnati. Kurt Doolin, first-team All-Conference USA. This team averages 30 points per game. The defense for North Texas only gives up about 14.5 points per game. There is Brandon Kennedy, number 92, the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year and also Player of the Year, period. Playing at about 310, played at about 330 last year. A lot of guys in the box for North Texas. They drop some off on 1st and 25. Gaduli going underneath and completing that to John Olinger. The senior from Hazard, Kentucky, picks up 10. Taylor Casey is the leading tackler on this North Texas defense, actually second in tackles the entire Sun Belt Conference. And we already saw Don McGee do his thing with the interception, very flashy. Now 5 interceptions to lead this team. He's known as Neon Don. The team wearing all green for the first time in history. He actually wanted to wear green socks and green shoes.
He wanted to go all green. Looked like Martians out there that went all green.
But Daryl Dickey said no way, so he's going with the regular stuff. 4 receivers in now for Gaduli again, chipping away, and Ty Keith picks it up and stumbles for what should be the first down. That is a 17-yard gain. So Cincinnati in 2 plays overcomes that 1st and 25.
Yeah, in order for this quick receiver screen to work, you got to have athletic offensive linemen to get downfield. Right there, you'll see a guy get down, get a nice block. Good job of all the offensive linemen getting downfield and 1 tackle away from breaking that. Well-executed play. Good speed by offensive linemen getting down there.
Ty Keith, second in career receptions at the University of Cincinnati behind Ladarius Van, his teammate. So now 1st down and an inside handoff that goes absolutely nowhere. McCluskey meets Chris McIver and loses 5.
Yeah, Chris McIver just took him to the dark side. And I don't know if he likes it on the dark side because that's a nice hit because he gets off the ball. It's a little kind of a counter trap play. He blows up the blocker and makes the tackle. That's great for not giving 1-for-1, coming in, reading the play, bringing your feet, close the game from the ball, and all of the above. That's what he did.
All of that on 1 play for McIver, who was second-team All-Sun Belt Conference this year, making his 33rd straight start today. 2nd and 15, 4 receivers for Gaduli. Going underneath to McCluskey. And the running back gets hit hard after picking up about 8. Chris Hurd with the knock.
Yeah, Ken, you'll see. Now, that's where Cincinnati can get a lot of yards because they have athletic offensive linemen that can get downfield on the block. Chris Hurd does a nice job from his linebacker position, coming up and making a nice open field tackle. And when I can hear pads hit up here, I know that's a good, solid hit.
We are quite a ways from the field here at the Superdome. Here's a 3rd and 8. Cincinnati second in the conference this year, and much better in 3rd down conversions in games in which they won the latter part of the season when they won 5 of their last 6. 4 receivers, 3 to Gaduli's left. That's where he's looking all the way. And a great stretch by Olinger. Goes up, brings it down. It'll be 1st and goal, Bearcats.
2 reasons why the play works. First of all, he gets outstanding protection by his offensive line. Then what he does now, he looks off into the flat. When he looked off to the flat receiver, the whole zone for North Texas jumped that way. See the great protection right there. He looked off and pumped. The whole zone jumped that way. Then he finds Olinger sitting in a curl, being patient. Gino's patient and delivers a strike.
Olinger is the big play guy. 27 yards on that catch, his 2nd catch of this game. And it is 1st and goal for the Bearcats from the 6. Cincinnati scoring 81% of the time it gets in the red zone. This is unusual. Gino Gaduli gets absolutely nowhere on that play. Big Brandon stuffing it up in the middle.
Gino's an adequate runner and moves around. He's not going to make a living running the football, but he's adequate. And that's a big red zone play as witnessed right here in this very building on Sunday when the Minnesota Vikings scored on a two-point conversion with Dante Culpepper. Brandon Kennedy right there, nicknamed Booger.
How about that? 5'10" maybe.
Nah, he's 5'10",
312
yeah.
maybe. Second and goal. 4 receivers in. Kaduli this time throws it. Under pressure, gets it underneath to Ty Keith for the touchdown. Cincinnati's on the board first.
Well, for North Texas, what you got to start doing is reading that screen pass now. Because they're getting their offensive linemen down. And how do you stop that play? If your outside people aren't going to make the play, then you need to have your defensive line read the offensive linemen, leave in the box, and start chasing the ball. North Texas defensive line is not chasing the ball. That's why Cincinnati's been successful on the screen.
Jonathan Ruffin, who is from nearby Metairie, Louisiana, comes in and knocks home the extra point. And Cincinnati takes a 7-0 lead. Ty Keith catching a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bearcats break on top.
Get ready to kiss the ground goodbye. Louisiana, famous for its great food, music, and now golf. Introducing the new Audubon Golf Trail. 6 world-class courses created by the finest designer of them all, Mother Nature. So while your ball might keep returning to the ground, you just keep on soaring. Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things.
The jambalaya is on you, my friend.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. With its incredibly capable 4-wheel drive system, it gives a whole new meaning to the words Morning Rush.
Okay, crispy chicken sandwich and a Diet Coke. Would you like to add on a snack-sized fruit and yogurt parfait for $1?
Absolutely. What, am I like the millionth customer or something?
No, ma'am. Anyone can add on from the dollar menu for just $1.
This sort of thing never happens to me. Are there going to be balloons and confetti?
Well, it comes with granola.
Yes!
Got a buck? You're in luck. The McDonald's Dollar Menu. See something delicious, add it on for just $1.
Yay! Woohoo!
Look at the gun, gun, gun! Get the gun, 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 gun! Everybody gun, gun! Get the gun, gun, gun! Get the gun, 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 gun! Everybody gun, gun!
Ty Keith has caught his 4th touchdown pass of the season. Boy, really a 3-headed monster. Gino Guidugli has 3 wide receivers, all of whom are seniors, between Keith, Olinger, and Van. And 45 catches for Keith coming in was the least of them, and now it's up to 47.
Yeah, still 45 catches is a lot, especially when you're spreading the ball around. And again, Gino Guidugli makes good decisions. Threw an interception right on the first play of the game for UC. Didn't panic, comes back and stays calm, runs the offense, delivers the ball.
In fact, he went 5 for 5 on that drive after the interception. North Texas gets it back. Touch as Jamel Branch returns the kickoff and does a good job as he is pushed out of bounds around the 30. A flag is down. There was actually 2 offsetting personal fouls on the extra point try before, so this ACC crew has been busy early. Illegal block against North Texas will push them back a ways. Darryl Dickey, the head coach here.
Back on the return by the kicking team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So they'll start around the 20. An ESPN primetime NFL doubleheader comes your way this weekend. Saturday at 8:30 Eastern, it's the Eagles and Cowboys. Started off with NFL primetime at 8 Eastern on Saturday. Then on Sunday at 8:30 Eastern, Super Bowl champion Patriots take on the Jets. You can catch this also on ESPN Deportes. First watch NFL primetime presented by Miller Lite at 7:30 Eastern. ESPN and ABC, your exclusive home for primetime football. And those Miami Dolphins had a big win over the weekend.
Well, they did.
Beating Oakland.
Yeah, it was a huge win for them. And the more Jay Fielder gets back into groove coming off the thumb injury, the better chance they have. For Miami to go into the playoffs, so they need to have home field advantage, in my opinion. That heat helps them in December.
See New England breathing down their neck. So a big game on Sunday night between the Pats and the Jets. 7-0. Here comes the mean green Galbraith. Not much. Jamar Enzor, the guy who shares that middle linebacking spot with Willis Edwards, makes the stop, and Galbraith loses a yard. North Texas started off, quite frankly, miserably to this season. They're 7-5, 1-5 to start things off. Then they got the Sun Belt play and ran the table. The 3 shutout victories, by the way, tied for best in Division 1A with the University of Texas.
Yeah, it's outstanding defense the whole year, and that's kind of the glue that held them together. Now, for North Texas to get this running game going, look, I'm a believer that in today's day and age, you've got to throw the ball to set up the run. They have too many people on the line of scrimmage in the box for UC. You got to throw the ball.
Galbraith on the pitch makes a nifty move, evades one tackler, and is stopped down after about a gain of 4. North Texas is a team that almost runs the ball exclusively. They run to set up the pass. The Cincinnati coaches like to do it the other way around. The pass to set up the run, but this is not a potent offense. They only average 19 points a game scoring, and Andrew Smith was a kid who was kind of thrown into the fire very early.
Well, again, I believe if they're going to get into this football game, you have to loosen up the defense somehow. You need to throw the ball on first down.
Smith in his last 2 games of the regular season starting to play better, but now 3rd and 7, 5 receivers in for him. And he goes underneath, and that is short hop to George Marshall. And Smith and company will head to the bench early again.
That's good by Cincinnati's defense. All the DBs, no deep threats. They all sit down at the sticks and get a nice break on the football. Good pressure by that defensive line. All 4 of the boys from UC came with some intention.
And it rattled Smith enough to one-hop it, and Brad Cadlebar's first punt was not good at 25 yards, and he's in again. Releasing this one from around the 3. Better job this time as Ty Keith retreats all the way back to his 28. A terrific special teams tackle by Marquise Knowlton. 56-yard punt. Knowlton pushed him 1 yard back. Flag is down. Flag down again on this play. And that was a terrific punt by Cadlebar, the guy who's averaging about 42 yards a kick. Get some congratulations on that 56-yarder.
Yeah, he needed to get a big kick off there to help them out with field position. UC started with great field position their first 2 possessions.
Illegal block in the back by the receiving team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, media timeout.
And that's us, so we'll take it. Cincinnati gets the ball back.
Thanks for the ride, Beamer. Anytime, Scott. See you.
This holiday at your Yamaha dealer, every motorcycle and every ATV can be yours. For 0% financing with 0 down and 0 payment. Plus, get up to $300 in holiday cash on select models. So this holiday, give them what they really want.
Available at Highlands Yamaha in Countryside.
If you live in the suburbs and want low city pricing, but you're afraid of high city taxes, Jacobs Twin Auto Plaza has a message for you. Your sales tax is based on where you live, not where you buy. And you won't find a selection like this anywhere else in Chicago. So if you live in the western suburbs, you're just minutes away from volume savings at Jacobs Twin Auto Plaza.
You always win at Jacobs Twin.
Just 5 blocks east of Harlem on Grand Avenue.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of the 2002 New Orleans Bowl. Brought to you by Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things. And by Jeep, the most respected, honored, and heroic 4x4s out there. Only in a Jeep 4x4.
Cincinnati hoping to celebrate a bowl victory, third straight bowl. They lost the Motor City Bowl the last 2 seasons up in Pontiac, and coming down to, we've had just gorgeous weather here in New Orleans. Temperatures in the mid-70s, blue skies, and they're hoping that they can go away with a victory. Guduli, and that is wide open. He hits his tight end, Dennis Hart, and Hart's going to pick up between 8 and 9 on that play. Take a look at that last drive, and Guduli redeeming himself for the interception on the first play.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing well, Pam, is once they catch the ball, they're turning into running backs and getting good yak yards after catch. And the offensive line is doing a great job of getting downfield, blocking people in space, springing those receivers for big plays on the screen.
And Guduli, hard to believe that he is just a sophomore. 6 straight completions for him. And that one interception as he went for the home run ball on the first play that did not hurt the Bearcats. 2 tight ends in for Cincinnati, but they go with the running play. And stopped in his tracks is McCleskey. Brandon Kennedy making yet another stop. New Orleans, Louisiana, the site of the 2nd annual New Orleans Bowl. In Cincinnati, the Conference USA co-champions taking on North Texas, who won the Sun Belt. They had one common opponent, and that was Texas Christian. Cincinnati beat TCU in overtime, and North Texas lost to them. Total yards so far decidedly in favor of the Bearcats, who lead on a 6-yard touchdown pass from Guduli to Ty Keith. 3rd and 1.
A non-balanced line down here. They brought in an extra offensive tackle, and it pays off for him.
Big hole for DeMarco McCleskey as he gets it out to the 38-yard line. Picked up 11 when he only needed 1.
They did a good job of bringing in extra people right here, and you'll see it right here. When you run the play, they got an offensive tackle right here. They want to get him outflanked and get a helmet on a helmet. They do a nice job of clearing people out. There's a good kick-out block coming off on a combo. Guys staying on their blocks. McCleskey staying patient, hitting a hole downhill. It's a great job blocking. This is the offensive tackle. Clint Dixon comes in, does a good job of clearing and coming off the combo block. That's tough to do.
On first down, little play action. Guduli wants it all. He's going deep, has his man, and it is just overthrown. Olinger a couple of steps behind it.
Well, he had him. A little rough in the passer action going back here, too.
Flag is down in the backfield. Guduli got nicked up earlier in the season.
Roughing the passer by the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Darrell Dickey's defense among the best in the NCAA, but too aggressive this time. It cost them.
See right here, it's a good play fake. McCleskey's been involved. Now he's going to go deep. The ball's gone. Boom. He tried to hold him up, though. That's not blatant. I mean, that's the, he's got to be able to have a little better body control and don't wrap him up. He gave him a little head face right to the chest. Then he tried to hold him up. He should have held him up first from Chris McIver instead of giving the head face.
But instead he went in, and with the head face, he gets the 15-yard penalty. And we've had quite a few flags already. The 3rd penalty against North Texas. And once again, Cincinnati finds itself in mean green territory.
You can check with me. He's out of the line of scrimmage.
And he gives it to McCleskey in the backfield. And he is stopped by Jonas Buckles after a 3-yard gain.
Tell you what they do. They'll look and they'll find the safety and they'll run the play either one way or the other. He'll call which way he wants the play to go. That's a good job of communicating. Cincinnati does now. They'll get the play from the sidelines with no huddle. They control the tempo of the game and how they want to do it. It's not necessarily a hurry-up offense, but it's one where they control the tempo. If they need to go hurry up, they can.
Spread offense that has become much more balanced as the season has worn on, as they've discovered McCleskey's talent. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right of Guduli on 2nd and 7. Here comes the rush. The big guy Kennedy gets him at 310 pounds on Papagino.
Again, that's his 10th sack of the year, and folks, that is incredible to do that from a defensive tackle position because you're getting double teamed a lot. He's got amazing quickness and great burst off the ball. You'll see it right there. Bam! Hits him with a shake and bake, puts a double team with a swim move. Now, at 5'9", I'm not understanding how he's swimming people. That's with an arm over the head. That's hard. There's a little shake and bake in a swim move, puts a double team, and does a good job of securing Guduli up. That's a great athletic play for a man that big.
and he swam over Josh Snyderov, who was 6'2".
Yeah.
So that's a heck of a swim move. That's an Olympic-sized swim move.
He's got to jump to throw the swim move on the 6'2 guy.
And it worked. 3rd and 16 after the 44th sack of the year. And that's the second interception of this game for the Mean Green. Marquise Norton coming up with the pick.
Yeah, to me now, it looks like Ladarius Van came up with some alligator arms. You know, that's short arm. He didn't go reach for that football.
So Gino Gaduli has a touchdown pass, but he now has 2 picks.
That's alligator arms.
After the alligator arms.
In 1868, an American tradition was beginning, and Pacific Life was founded, both built on principles of persistence, performance, and strength. 135 years later, those beliefs still guide Pacific Life. It's how we help so many businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. Rely on the strength of Pacific Life. Watch the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl on ESPN, Friday, December 27th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern.
I want a pony, a dollhouse, and a 7/4-inch turkey, and the Star Wars cake.
The Home Depot has last-minute gifts people really want, like this rigid wet-dry vac with free hand vac for $69.97, or a Home Depot or Expo gift card. They're convenient and available in any amount. The Home Depot, your holiday workshop.
You think you bought it?
My friends call me sensitive. I guess I am a bit. I really want to call them, but I simply can't commit.
P.U. Me thinketh, that stinketh.
Alf, it's about 10, 10, 220.
Well, don't forget the best part. 99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes. It's cheap. Right about that.
I want to write about no monthly commitment, dude.
What about no signing up?
Yeah, I like that, brother.
Obviously from another mother.
Dial 1010-220.
The Gospel, according to ESPN, a great holiday gift.
Gino Gaduli is just on his 2nd interception of this game. He had 12 touchdowns and 11 picks and a 2-5 start for the season. Last 6 games, just 4 picks against 10 scores. He has 1 score and 2 picks today. The Mean Green get it back. Smith rolling out. Got Branch underneath, but instead goes to Marshall, who makes the juggling catch, and they say it's good. Marshall steps out around the 50-yard line.
That's a big call to get that defense loosened up. First down throw. Don't see that.
Marshall, a senior, 5th all-time in touchdown catches at North Texas. And that is a first down for the Mean Green. 21-yard gain. That is a big gain for this North Texas offense, which is not known for getting a lot of yards.
That's what I'm talking about there. You have to throw the ball on first down. They're going to put 9 up in the line of scrimmage, throw the football.
Work that time up around midfield. Over. Big hole up the middle. 2 plays, 2 straight first downs for North Texas.
I'll take you back to this interception here. And if you're a receiver, don't do this. Don't do this at home. He's coming, he's running square, but he doesn't go and lay out for the ball because he sees he's about ready to get hit. Now, if you're not going to go over the middle and take the shot at the football as a receiver, then join another sport, get on the ping pong team. Don't come in and play football if you're not going to go in the ball or try to become a defender.
Gino Gaduli, we saw his reaction to that play. Probably agreed with that comment because Van made no play whatsoever on the football. Meanwhile, down on the field, Knowlton was the one who came up with the 2nd pick and had a flag down. And the officials are...
He's in there talking now. What's he talking about? He's maybe telling the boys to settle down.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams, it looked like to me, as Jim Knight is going over and talking to both huddles, maybe trying to tell them to calm it down. We've already had offsetting personal fouls and now offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct. Cincinnati, obviously a much better team when you don't turn the ball over, but what a difference, Chris, from -9 to +13.
Biggest part of the football game is the +2 in turnovers with the football game 83.4% of the time.
They have 2 turnovers today, North Texas none. Smith on the rollout, that's where he's dangerous. Branch can't hold on to it as that falls incomplete. Yeah, More football coming your way tomorrow night. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country lead their respective teams in the 2002 GMAC Bowl on ESPN2. Byron Leftwich and the Thundering Herd of Marshall take on Dave Ragone and the Louisville Cardinals. For more on upcoming games, we have a lot of them. Log on to ESPN.com, the keyword schedule. Those two fellas have combined for more than 6,700 yards and 49 TDs.
Byron Leftwich got my vote first place for the Heisman. I do believe, I agree with our colleague Mike Godfrey, best player in the country.
Smith, little pump. He's going for Marshall. Deep has him, but overthrows him. Marshall beat two guys, including Blue Adams.
And Blue Adams jumped on the pump a little bit. Andrew's got to put a little air under that football. See Andrew with the pump there. Marshall takes off deep. He has him beat. Now you got to put a little air under when he's got that much room to work with. Let him go get it.
Marshall was in the clear there as Smith in his last two games of the regular season played very well against New Mexico State and Middle Tennessee, throwing for 263 yards. But missed that opportunity. 0 for 2 on third down so far for North Texas, and that one is winged and caught by Kevin Howard.
Well, that's a strike, and I'm going to tell you what Cincinnati comes with. They call field blitz. They're going to come with two guys from the strong side or the open end of the field or the wide side of the field. North Texas does a great job. They hit it right here at the blitz. Bam, bam. Two guys coming. Linebacker and the outside linebacker coming. The 7 route is open. The 7 route's the corner. And this time he put it on a line. Threw that fastball in there. Made a great catch by Howard. Now Howard's got to keep his feet because he didn't have to leave his feet for that catch. He keeps his feet. He's in the touchdown. So you don't have to leave your feet. Keep your feet, catch the ball, and run. Just because you catch it, don't let the ball beat you up. Get in there, catch it, go.
Just like that, that's only his 8th catch of the season. Howard, a junior from Dallas. 21-yard play, and whistles and flags fly before the snap. Howard is a guy who has had a tendency to drop some footballs during the season, but that was a good catch.
Delay of game, offense, 5 yards.
Smith that time unable to get the snap off in time, and it pushes North Texas back 5 yards.
You got to get the play in that. Come on, boys. Get a big play. Huddle up, get going, business as usual.
Smith replacing Scott Hall, who was the incumbent. Hall, a junior, will come back next year with 2 years of eligibility remaining as he tore a pectoral muscle and was unable to play. He got hurt in the first game against Texas. So Smith's team now, 1st and 15. Gives it to Galbraith. And he is enveloped by 3 Bearcats, including Jason Hunt.
I was talking to Scotty Hall before the game, and he came up and looked me up and said, hey, Mr. Stillman. I looked around. I thought he was talking to my dad, but it was me. And he says, I heard you had a torn pectoral muscle. And I said, yeah, I did. And don't worry, it'll come back. It takes time, though. It's a painful injury, and it's not torn where it's attached, but it's torn right in the muscle. He'll come back and be able to throw by the spring and have the same zip on the ball. Take a shot here now. This nice block inside. And Galbraith does a good job of patience. And bam! A good fill by the linebacker.
J.R. Randall we saw with a little forearm, too. After Cobbs down the backfield, there's Jamel Branch. They love that play as he comes around on reverses. Branch is a wide receiver who actually has more carries than receptions this season.
You know, what that turns into, that's like the old USC student body right. What they're doing is they're trying to get a hat on a hat and outflank UC. Cobbs does a good job of getting a hand on and gets a push on Fields. Fields does a good job playing off the block. But that's a nice play. That's kind of like a running play for North Texas. Getting Branch involved, he has speed, he can get out and be a game breaker for them.
His 35th carry of the season. He came into this game with only 24 catches, the second leading receiver on this team. Very talented guy, was the Sun Belt Freshman of the Year last year. Cobbs remains in the backfield, and yet another whistle. North Texas will take a timeout.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting a play in and getting up to the line of scrimmage. That's why he burned the timeout. They didn't want another delay of game. You got to, if you're going to do, now North Texas is not used to substituting a lot of people. They came in with 4 wides. If you're going to run that formation, have your people, get them in the game, get up to the line of scrimmage and play ball.
A very vital part of the field, so they're going to take it over and talk it over and make sure that they're on the same page. Let's take time now to welcome the men and women of Comfair Med, supporting all military air operations throughout the Mediterranean, watching today on AFN, the American Forces Network. We hope you're enjoying the kickoff of ESPN Bowl Week, and happy holidays, obviously, from all of us here at ESPN2. Tough time of the year to be away from families, and we're glad you can watch some football first of many bowl games. Let's go down to Rob Stone on the field. Rob.
Well, Pam, after Cincinnati's second game of the season, a loss to West Virginia, which they basically got run over, head coach Rick Minter took over the defense. His goal was really to kind of simplify things and kind of make a base package. So what he did is he gave every defensive player one of these. It's a wristband with defensive plays called on it. Now, the secondary, the linebackers, and the linemen all have a different set of plays. Don't worry, North Texas. Don't be cheating. These plays aren't for today. But basically, Minter will see what kind of offensive scheme the opposition has, and then he'll bark out a number. Guys will look at the wristbands, see what defensive package they're in, and go from there.
Thank you, Rob. Minter is the old defensive coordinator at Notre Dame before he got the Cincinnati job. 3rd and 7. Let's see what the timeout caused. Well, it was an incomplete pass eventually to Kevin Howard, and Smith throws incomplete.
Had him open there. That's the ball you got to catch again. That was a well-thrown ball. That's the one he's got to bring in. He had room to turn up and get the first down. Cincinnati's playing a soft zone. Delivered the football on time. Good call. Got to bring it in.
Cincinnati's total defense, 24th in Division I, but they had a horrible game, as Rob alluded to, against West Virginia early on in the season, losing that game 35-32. Nick Agudua comes in, 30-yard field goal attempt, and that is good. Nick was only 9 of 14 during the regular season, and he knocks home that 30-yarder, and North Texas gets on the board.
And they needed a score there to get back in and get their offense going. Again, that was a big series for quarterback Andrew Smith. Made a couple big plays to keep the drive alive and keep North Texas moving and on the board.
And they have gotten on the board, trailing 7-3. ESPN's primetime NFL doubleheader coming your way this weekend, beginning Saturday at 8:30 Eastern with the Eagles and Cowboys. Start your day off at 8 Eastern with NFL primetime. Then Sunday it's the Jets and Patriots. At 8:30 Eastern, you can catch it on ESPN Deportes. NFL primetime presented by Miller Lite precedes it at 7:30 Eastern. ESPN and ABC, your exclusive home for primetime football. Eagles have already clinched the NFC East. The Saints had an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot here Sunday, but lost in heartbreaking fashion to the Vikings.
Yeah, Mike Tice chooses to go for 2. I like the call. They have nothing to lose. Jets and Patriots, that'll be a playoff atmosphere type game. Guys are fighting for their lives, man. It's a different world when you get in that type of game.
We head now into late December. A lot of North Texas fans, we've seen them around town for the last couple of days.
We're in their hotel.
Yeah. Denton, Texas is the location of North Texas, by the way, about 35 miles north of Dallas. Some of the folks making about an 8-hour drive from Denton to get here to New Orleans, and they're enjoying themselves. You see it firsthand. Tabler now in to kick off for North Texas. Ty Keith and Carl Jones are deep, and Keith gets it around his 10. And he is knocked down around the 22-yard line. Taylor Casey making the stop. North Texas has had some guys go through there. You know some of them, Chris.
I see Stone Cold there, Joe Don Baker. You got Buford Pusser, and down at the bottom there, Peter Weller. That's RoboCop.
How about Dave Barnett, our very own Dave Barnett?
Right.
How about that? Dave actually has his photograph in the North Texas Media Guide.
Mean Joe Green, Don Henley. Excellent.
A lot of guys going through Denton.
That'd be a nice little matchup. Buford Pusser versus RoboCop, man. That'd be a tough battle.
In what? Just man-to-man?
Man-to-man, mano-a-mano. Let's roll.
Who do you think would win that battle?
I think RoboCop will get him with the superior weaponry.
Maybe we can set that up. First and 10 as McCleskey drags the guy with him. Chris Hurd is the guy who makes the ankle tackle.
Now you see, what Cincinnati's doing, they came out throwing the football wide instead of the run. Instead of the run, you get 6 or 7 yards a pop. You have North Texas on their heels guessing what you're going to do.
Hurd is a first-year starter for North Texas, had a career-high 84 tackles this year. Rick Minter in charge here at Cincinnati, now in his 9th season, the second winningest coach in the history of that school, behind Fit Gilman, and 4 bowls is the school record. Also the first time they've ever gone to a bowl 3 years in a row. McCleskey breaking free for the first down for the Bearcats.
Cincinnati's winning the battle of line of scrimmage now. I see Brandon Kenny. He looks like he's stuck in air a little bit down there. Big Josh Rob gets a good block, getting outside. They're getting people out on the flank, and they're getting a hat on a hat, and nobody's coming up to meet the blockers until they're 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage.
no coincidence that Cincinnati, after that bad start, started to play better. They alluded to it back in the studio with Trev, Mark, and Reese, that they start using McCleskey more, and they became a winning football team. A little play action now, and that one is incomplete, looking for Dennis Hart, who's tight end.
Let me tell you the difference now when it's play action. First of all, as a linebacker or a defensive lineman, you can actually hear when it's a run, because the offensive linemen, when they come out, they're rah, 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 rah. They're growling and grunting because they want to get out and get you pushed down the line of scrimmage. When it's a pass, you hear kind of like it's real soft, so the pads aren't cracking. That's how you read. Also, you can read the angle of the shoulders of the offensive lineman. On that play action boot pass, their shoulders are turned to the sideline. Play boot, get your coverage. It's something that's taught. You can learn it and understand it. Play it.
Not just your eyes, but your ears help you out. McCleskey breaks the tackle from Hurd and struggles down to the 44-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain. The last play of this first quarter, Cincinnati with a touchdown pass from Gaduli to Keith. They're leading at 7-3 after 1 in New Orleans.
The 2003 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN and ESPN2.
Exquisite half-carat diamond jewelry. Your choice, just $149. There is joy in here. At Zales, the diamond store.
It happens on weekends, in towns and cities across the country. Men and women go off to train as soldiers, then come back home to their families, to their friends, to their jobs, and to the rest of their lives. There are more than 180 ways to be a soldier in the Army Reserve, and you can train for many of them right where you live. Become an Army of One. Join the Army Reserve.
The all-new Dodge Ram Heavy Duty with the power of a new 5.7-liter Hemi Magnum V8 or an available high-output Cummins turbo diesel. It's the most powerful line of trucks in the universe. Make that the most powerful line of trucks on Earth. Grab that new 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
An outstanding deal to celebrate the season. The Gateway 300 SPC. With a 2 gigahertz processor, a sleek 15-inch flat panel, 40 gig hard drive, and a CD burner. Great for creating your own digital fun. Call now for free shipping on all home PC purchases. I'll take it. Call 1-800-GATEWAY today.
Ask your doctor about Celebrex.
We are in New Orleans, as if we needed to tell you. Great food, great music, a lot of things to do in this town. And Cincinnati and North Texas are playing football here. North Texas making its second straight trip to the New Orleans Bowl, getting here as the Sun Belt Conference champ. George Murray is now in at quarterback for Cincinnati. He's their slash guy, and he pitches it to McCleskey. And McCleskey picks up about 5. We take a look at our ESPN2 game track. Gino Gaduli threw an interception on his first pass, threw one later, but also as a touchdown pass. Penalties mounting up a bit against North Texas. McGee and Knowlton coming up with the picks.
Those interceptions don't bother a guy like Gino. He's confident in his ability. He's confident in the offense. It's not going to affect him one way or another. It almost looked like that last play looked like a little bit of a forward lateral. That was close.
It was very close. McCleskey actually picked up a first down on that play. Murray is a quarterback. Also, we'll see him at some wide receiver as Gaduli now comes back in to play quarterback.
I formation. You don't see this very often out of UC.
McCleskey gets it. Doesn't get much. Maybe a yard or so as Frank Jones makes the stop. Cincinnati offense. Rusty Burns is the offensive coordinator, and To say that Rick Minter has gone through some assistance in the past few seasons would be perhaps an understatement.
Now watch Brandon Kennedy right here work down the line of scrimmage, controlling the line of scrimmage, playing off two blockers, throwing his body in. That's a big-time play. Using his body, giving it up for the boys to come in the green hats to put some helmets on the people. Good job, Brandon Kennedy. That's how you play defensive tackle, young man. Excellent.
Unanimous first-team all-conference for the second straight year, and he's only a junior. The big guy will be back next year. 2nd and 7, Gaduli gets his tip, and Hurd.
Let's see now. Yeah, they give it to him.
It is an interception. Chris Hurd, what a play.
Yeah, and a good job of getting the deflection right there. Chris McIver getting his hands up on a quick throw. That's what you got to see. You got to be able to read it and get your hands up. Gino Gaduli on almost 3-step drop. McIver gets his hand up, and Hurd does a great job. Now, see, that ball hit the ground. That ball hit the ground. But Hurd does a good job of securing it. But we'll see right here in slow motion. I think the ball hits the ground. Right there, that ball hit the ground first. But a good job by Hurd of getting his hands underneath. Right here, let's see. Right there, that ball hit the ground first. And Hurd gets his hands underneath and does a good job. Tough call for the officials, but that should not be an interception. Let it be noted right now.
Okay, in the NFL, that would have been overturned. Hurd's second pick of the season. Here comes the mean green. Smith, airs it out. He's got Marshall deep, and he can't hold on to it. It could not have been a better thrown football.
Well, you're right. And he's the guy, we talked to Ramon Flanagan. He's the guy that was Scott Hall's go-to guy last year. Right now, he's had a case of the drop. This is a great call because you're coming off a turnover. Let it fly. Andrew Smith puts it on the spot. All you got to do is catch the ball. Catch the ball and run. See ball, get ball. Don't see ball, drop ball. See ball, get ball. You got 6 points. That's all right, Andrew. You'll get your chance, buddy. You'll get your chance. Hang in there. Keep winging it.
Wow, that would have been a 66-yard touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Terrifically thrown football by the freshman. And now up the middle, that's Michael Hickman, the fullback, picking up a chunk of yardage, about 7.
After you make a big play on defense, you want to score. You want your team to take advantage of your interception. There it is. He says 6 points. Go! Man. Take it easy on that water bottle.
And sitting next to him was McIver, who was his partner in crime in that interception. Great shot by our guys to get the reaction. And as a defensive player, you made some plays, and it's just got to break your heart when you see points that disappear.
Well, you just got to keep playing and worry about your job. You don't worry about offense. There's nobody that feels worse than Marshall right there. But you know what? If he's a competitor and he wants the ball again, give me another shot. I can do it. I can make the catch.
Andrew Smith calls another timeout, Chris. As he will talk things over. North Texas has just 1 left.
Every day, New Orleans wakes up, warms up, and jazzes up. Any day you want to wrap your arms around life and let yourself go, come to New Orleans.
Call or visit New Orleans online for Christmas New Orleans style, a month-long celebration. And don't miss Harrah's Casino.
Come to New Orleans. Happening every day. All aboard. Ho, ho, ho.
I can't sleep, Mom. There are monsters in my closet.
I have an idea. There, honey. Feel safe?
Now the monsters are under the caravan.
No, they aren't. I'll show you.
Dodge Caravan, a feeling of security no matter what lies ahead.
Told you so.
Sure. Let's hide under the minivan. Great idea.
Sea Monsters, Inc., now on DVD and in the Dodge Caravan. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
We all lead such busy lives. But there is a place where redwoods stand tall and time flows slowly. Redwood Creek, where the tradition of slowing down and taking time has never been forgotten. An unhurried approach to winemaking that leads to a richer, more full-bodied taste. Redwood Creek, because good things take time.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, fajitas.
Feast your eyes on the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell. Sizzling strips of marinated steak and grilled veggies.
Ooh, fajitas. Ooh, fajitas.
All the great fajita flavors now wrapped to go in a grilled tortilla.
Ooh, fajitas!
Whoa, fajitas! Ooh, fajitas. Taste the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito and, ooh, think outside the bun.
After the timeout, 3rd and 3 from North Texas's own 41. They're only 1 for 4 on 3rd down so far in this New Orleans Bowl. Branch in motion. They fake it to him. And they're going deep the other side to Howard, and he catches it for the first down.
That's a great throw, Andrew. That's a very difficult to throw, and he throws it to Howard on a 7-cut again.
Take a look at some key plays earlier. How about the interception that wasn't the interception? It hit the ground. Hurd, though, credited for the INT, and then that's just a plain drop of a touchdown pass by George Marshall. And Andrew Smith showing his frustration, but that time coming back well with that pass to Howard. 25-yard gain, and that's Howard's second catch of this game. And that gives the Mean Green a first down at the 34. Doesn't get much. We're in New Orleans for the 2nd annual New Orleans Bowl. Cincinnati coming in as co-conference USA champions against the Sun Belt champs. These two teams meeting for the first time in 29 years. They actually had met 17 times previously. They played 16 straight years. Last time in 1973. 12 of those 16 years was when both teams were in the Missouri Valley Conference. 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions thrown by Gino Guidugli. And a timeout here taken by the Bearcats. Willis Edwards going to go over and talk things over with Rick Minner. We'll be back to New Orleans.
Chrysler invites you to preview our holiday collection, featuring our best-selling collection of minivans, now with a special holiday bonus. Now, choose one of 3 Sony personal entertainment packages when you buy any new Town & Country minivan. Plus, get 0% financing for 60 months on select minivans. Or choose cash allowances up to $3,500. But hurry, this invitation ends January 2nd, so see your Chrysler dealer today.
Wow, an HP digital camera. Wow, an HP all-in-one printer. Wow, an Office Depot person who will be there if I have any questions.
Office Depot has all the latest technology, like easy-to-use HP digital imaging products for long-lasting film-quality digital pictures. And Office Depot has the people to demonstrate how everything works. All at Office Depot's everyday low prices that are sure to please every family. Office Depot. What you need to know.
Great, Bob.
I want your bod.
Bodman Fragrance Sprays by Body Fantasy.
I'm at my mother's for dinner. She says, wasn't that chili unbelievable? I say, unbelievable. Where's the Alka-Seltzer?
Only Alka-Seltzer's effervescent power relieves indigestion and pain fast.
Get better relief. Get Alka-Seltzer.
It's the most wonderful week of the year. There'll be tailgaters hosting kielbasa's for roasting with people you don't even know. There'll be Hail Mary stories and tales of the glories of bowl games from long, long ago. It's the most wonderful week.
Capital One Bowl Week, December 23rd through January 1st on ESPN and ESPN2.
Cincinnati leading this New Orleans Bowl 7-3 despite 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions thrown by Gino Guidugli, and now North Texas has to take advantage of it.
Well, they do, and in order to stay in this football game, because they had a blown opportunity, Marshall dropped the touchdown pass, but what's keeping them in the game is their turnovers. They're doing a good job defensively. They won their conference with defense. They're 9th in the country in defense. That's what kept them in this football game so far.
It's kept them in the season. There's a pitch, a late pitch. Flag flying as Cobb gets the pitch and picks up a couple. Ivan Fields making a stop on Cobb, who backs up Galbraith.
Well, they went with a hard count. They got the pass rushing demon, Antoine Peak, trying to jump that count a little bit. Got him outside. Good call again. I like to switch up counts, especially when you have an aggressive defensive end.
Defense 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat the down.
And Peak is about as aggressive as they come, Chris. First team All-Conference USA for the second straight season. He wanted to get 20 sacks this season. That was his goal. He only finished with 6. He had 12.5 last year, which was 4th best in the country. Very talented young man, a senior from Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's played better this year, reason why he's played within the scheme. He didn't get to 20 saves. He got 12 last year. A lot of it was on his own program. This year he played within the program and had a much better overall year.
And up the middle. That is a good game for Michael Hickman, the fullback, a first down as he burst through for 12 yards.
They got a referee hurt too now. The referee took a shot, but he's up. That's a good job of hitting a quick opening. And Antoine Peak, again, going upfield a little bit too much. Overruns the play. You hit it inside that quick. You get an opening that quick, it's going to be a big play. You see the referee, he says, man, I'm getting hit from all angles. But you know what? He's a football referee. He's up and at him.
He doesn't need to take a tough pill. He already has.
He got one. He got one in his pocket. All those refs carry a tough pill in their pocket.
Hickman only had 24 carries on the season and 92 yards. He has a couple of carries today already for 19 yards. Pitch it out to Galbraith. Good job by Ivan Fields. He snipped that out and put it down.
You can tell that Andrew Smith is not really comfortable running the option. We got another flag on the play, usually for the umpire. I wonder if that's the flag for getting hit. I think we got another holding call in the mean green. But you can tell Andrew had a chance to turn that ball upfield inside and run it. He had some room to run. He decided to pitch. Not very comfortable running the option. They don't make a living off that play.
By the offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Jim Knight making the call, and take a look at that play again.
You know, if they call that on Marshall, which I don't think they did, but if they did call, that's a bad call. You're allowed, holding is tolerated by referees if your hand's inside. You see, big offensive linemen, they work on always getting hand position. Hand position, you grab the breastplate of the shoulder pad. If you get a hold of that, you're in trouble. That's a good block by Marshall. I thought the hold was backside a little bit.
Andrew Smith calls the final timeout for North Texas. They burned all 3 of them. So the redshirt freshman from Bay City, Texas, had 12 guys out on the field. Knew he had to talk about it, and he'll clarify. We'll be back.
What an amazing year in sports. On Christmas Eve, find out who made the headlines and the highlights. First, host Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen review the year's most unforgettable stories and top plays on the Best of Sports Center 2002. Then, join John Anderson and Linda Cohn as they count down the top 10 games of the year. The buzzer beaters, the furious finishes, the memorable moments. Best of Sports Center at 7 p.m., followed by Sports Center's top 10 games at 8:30, Christmas Eve on ESPN.
This holiday at your Yamaha dealer, every motorcycle and every ATV can be yours. For 0% financing with 0 down and 0 payment. Plus, get up to $300 in holiday cash on select models. So this holiday, give them what they really want.
Available at Highlands Yamaha in Countryside.
Season 1 of the legendary Highlander TV series is now on DVD. Adrian Paul is Duncan MacLeod, uncut and uncensored. 22 episodes in this 9-disc set, digitally remastered in spectacular 5.1 Dolby Surround with interactive menus, interviews, Watcher Chronicles, and behind-the-scenes outtakes and bloopers. Call this number for stores in your area. Own it now on DVD.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of the 2002 New Orleans Bowl. Brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love. And by Office Depot. What you need to know.
We're back inside the Superdome, where a lot of Mean Green fans have made the trip from Denton, and they like what they've seen so far. Third time out burned already, 1st and 20 for the Mean Green from the 27. Smith pitching it to Cobb.
North Texas does a good job of bringing Munchow in motion. They have a head on a head. Cincinnati didn't adjust. Everybody's running outside. Cobb does a great job. Vision, cutting back. Then he put a rocket booster behind him. Burst through the hole. 6 points, North Texas.
Cobb's had 2 100-yard games this season. Gets that touchdown. And the extra point is good. So the Maine Green takes its first lead of the game, 10-7.
See right here is Munchow coming in motion. They get a triple formation. They outflank Cincinnati's defense. Cincinnati panics. Everybody starts to run outside. Cobb kicks it inside. The offensive line does a great job of cutting off the backside pursuit. He hits it up inside, smells the end zone, and goes to get the end zone.
Cobb, a little bit more speed than Kevin Galbraith, and you're right, he showed it that time with a little rocket booster at the end. Tomorrow night, 2 of the top quarterbacks in the nation lead their respective teams in the 2002 GMAC Bowl on ESPN2. Byron Leftwich and Marshall against Dave Ragone and Louisville. For more on upcoming games, log on to ESPN.com, keyword schedule. And Byron Leftwich, your pick for the Heisman Trophy, sure had the numbers for it, Chris.
Well, I mean, you look at that 4,000 yards, and this is the impressive one right there, 69%. And Carson Palmer's well-deserving, and all those guys are well-deserving. But I felt I struggled with my pick or my vote. I woke up morning and said, Chris, quit screwing around. Who's the best player in the country? And to me, it was Byron Leftwich.
And he certainly, I was shocked that he was not at least one of the 5 finalists. I thought that was rather strange. Leftwich had a terrific season, and he went to Marshall, one of those smaller non-BCS conference schools, and those guys are definitely penalized for that. And it's really not fair. He's a great football player.
I think Coach Pruitt put his best himself that says Byron's going to win his Heisman on draft day.
Yeah, I think he'll be doing okay come April. North Texas, after that 27-yard run by Patrick Cobb, kicks it off. Bearcats, high key, stopped short of the 20. All 10 North Texas points have come courtesy of Gino Guidugli interception. Boy, did Cobb show a burst of speed on that play.
I was, again, talking to Scott Hall, the quarterback for North Texas who started the season before he injured his pectoral muscle, was telling me about Cobb. He said, Chris, watch him, man. That's a guy that can do some damage. He's the future of that North Texas running game, and he showed it right there. A great burst through that hole, man. You love to see that burst, that extra gear.
You had that extra gear, right?
When a guy had a ball, I'd find it.
There you go. Cobbs is only a sophomore, as Galbraith is a senior, so 2 more years of Cobbs running for North Texas. That's exciting stuff. And it's exciting to watch this Mean Green defense showing why they're one of the best in the country this year. Kennedy and company is all over McCleskey.
Talking to Stacy Searles, the offensive line coach for UC. Says, Stacy, how do you block this guy? He says, I don't know. I've never seen a guy like him. Again, fighting off the double team. Does a good job of the spin move, not giving up on the play, getting find the ball with great instinct to make the play. Former point guard for high school basketball.
Can you imagine? Good dunk, he said, when he weighed about 285. Now he's up around 310, says his dunking days, at least for now, are behind him.
Yeah, he needs to lose 10. He'd be an even better player. You know, I don't think you need to be 310. Not at 5'9".
A lot of talent for that kid. Gino Guidugli takes Cincinnati's second timeout. Go down to Rob Stone, who's a little smaller than Brandon Kennedy. Rob?
A little smaller. Actually, I'm probably about as tall as he is, but weight-wise, he's got about 3 Rob Stones in him. But Kennedy's older brother, Kanoe, is actually the Denver Broncos' starting strong safety, and opponents know that. In North Texas' opener at the University of Texas, several Longhorns were chirping at Kennedy, basically saying to the effect, hey, where's your big brother now? Can't protect you. Little bro can't match up. Kennedy's comeback, minus, of course, a few choice words, and I love this. Boys, I'm going to make you better today so you know what it's like to play in the NFL. I love that from Brandon Kennedy, but Chris, is this kid big enough to make it in the big league?
Well, you know, if you're looking at the prototypical type defensive tackle, probably not. Is he good enough, and is he big enough? And if I was a pro personnel guy or a coach, would I draft him? You're darn right I'd draft him. He reminds me of a lot of the guy from Beaumont, Texas, and SMU, named Jerry Ball, who was a great athlete, had the quick, and He looks like Jerry. In fact, you know, I don't know if Jerry had the pass rushing skills that Brandon Kennedy has. This guy's a special player, and he will get a shot in the NFL, and he can be a dominating player because he demands attention from two offensive linemen on every play, and you cannot move him. He's like a Jerry Ball, Ted Washington, two of the great nose guards that I play with. He's a combination of both those guys.
And he seems like he might be quicker.
Well, Jerry's pretty quick, but Brandon's right up there now.
He has 5 tackles and a sack today already. 2nd and 9 after the timeout. Dooley hits it, completes it. The kid, oh, what a tackle! Corey Wyatt gets him down, loses a yard.
It's a good job of adjusting to that play by the North Texas defense. You've been burned on it quite a bit now. You've been burned on it 3 times so far, but you start running, you start reading it, you get people running the ball. Corey Wyatt does a good job of flashing in there, avoiding the blocker, getting a hand on the foot to bring him down.
Corey's a junior from Oklahoma City. Started 4 games this year coming in to today's New Orleans Bowl. And the Thunder Sticks are clapping from the North Texas fans on 3rd and 10. Gaduli short to Olinger and incomplete. They rule that it hit the turf first, and the Bearcats have to punt.
That one's on Gino now. Gino's got to deliver that football where Olinger doesn't have to go down to get it. He's wide open. Although it hits his hands, he's got to bring that in. But Gino's got to put that one on top. You see it right here. That's a tough catch. You almost had it. That's a ball where he had a lot of room. Pearl was behind him. He's got to put that ball up where he can get it, and outside.
First look at Chet Irvin, who barely gets that punt away, and a fair catch. Chris's least favorite play by Jamel Branch.
No fair catch with the halo roll.
He fair caught it. North Texas gets the ball back with the lead at 10-7.
Get ready to kiss the ground goodbye. Louisiana, famous for its great food, music, and now golf. Introducing the new Audubon Golf Trail. 6 world-class courses created by the finest designer of them all, Mother Nature. So while your ball might keep returning to the ground, you just keep on soaring. Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things.
The jambalaya is on you, my friend.
Introducing the new 215 horsepower Chrysler PT Turbo.
You really think Bionic Woman would be the $6 million man in a foot? She was smaller, so she's more aerodynamic.
With a Gatrog manual transmission.
She was $6 million. Now, what was she? 4.5 tops?
Guys, it was a TV show, they're not real.
What if they had a kid? That'd be one fast kid.
PT Turbo. It'll really have you thinking fast. Now, for a limited time, choose one of 3 $500 Sony personal entertainment packages when you buy any new PT Cruiser. Body pain? Oh, back pain? Now relief is just a shuffle away. Introducing new Bear Extra Strength Back and Body. It soothes aching muscles and sore backs with the trusted strength of Bear Aspirin to work effectively at the site of pain. Plus, a special pain relief enhancer. Nothing works better than Bear Back and Body. Not Advil, not Tylenol. Get moving again, pain-free. New Bear Back and Body.
The Gospel, according to ESPN, a great holiday gift.
Welcome back to the New Orleans Bowl, where the Mean Green has picked off Gino Gaduli 3 times. He's been stacked there by Brandon Kennedy, taking on this Mean Green defense that led the Sun Belt in every defensive category, now up to 44 sacks on the season. And they converted those 3 interceptions into 10 points. Andrew Smith, play action. He's going deep again, trying to hook up with Howard, and that one is just overthrown. Well, these receivers for North Texas, Chris, are getting some separation deep.
And what's happening is they're coming in what they call 22 personnel. That's 2 tight ends, 2 backs, 1 wide receiver. On paper, it looks like a running formation, but what they're doing is they're doing a good job of their play action, getting the receiver ISO and hitting him in the post. Now, if you're Cincinnati, you take a look at the depth of the back. Galbraith was cheated up for pass protection. That tells you right away it's play action. He wasn't deep enough to run the football.
North Texas showing some balance, known as a running team, Chris. They have 74 yards on the ground today, 78 through the air. Very balanced, taking some shots against this Cincy pass defense. They'll do it again. Smith for Branch, and he threw it just behind him. Branch had to contort his body and could not bring it in.
Well, that was set up by the two option plays that North Texas ran earlier. It was a tough throw to make it across the field from number to number almost. He threw that behind Jamal Branch. Jamel had a chance to get it, but again, ball thrown behind. That's all right. Throw the ball, Darryl. I know that hurts you a little bit, but throw it.
And they've taken some chances and doing very well. Some missed connections, a huge drop by George Marshall that would have been a 66-yard touchdown early on in the second quarter. And there's that play selection. Very balanced in the yards again. Just 4 more through the air than on the ground. Smith, that one's bounced, not even close to hitting Branch.
Well, that's one that's on Andrew. You got to throw that ball and deliver. He was open on the outcut. And again, with a young freshman quarterback, he threw a few strikes. Now he's missed his last 2. You got to get him over the sidelines. And the seniors on this football team do a good job of helping Daryl Dickey and Ramon Flanagan, the offensive coordinator, to settle him down when he gets out of sync a little bit.
So Brad Cadbar is in for his 3rd punt for North Texas. Sophomore. High Keys way back on his 20. Good punt. Keeps retreating all the way back to the 5. He had to go back 15 yards and then it's just buried. As the flag comes down, Walter Priestley, sophomore from Elite, Texas, with a nice stop. Cadbar gets the high 5.
Also, the starting corner, you like to see your starters on defense play that way. Play on special teams, major contributors.
53-yard punt by Cadbar. Coming back a little bit. Let's go now to Reese Davis. Reese.
Well, Pam, I don't know exactly what Byron Leftwich can do for an encore tomorrow night in the GMAC Bowl. Remember what he did against East Carolina last year, leading Marshall back from down 38-8. They won it 64-61. At halftime, we'll relive the greatest comeback from last year's bowl season and wonder whether we have another shootout like that coming tomorrow night.
Boy, thanks, Reese. It'll be tough to top that one, you're right. But it's more entertaining games to watch as a fan anyway.
Yeah,
boy.
They should have went to the 2-3 zone instead of man-to-man. I'd say that's a basketball game.
Something. Terrific game last year. There was a shot at Steve Logan at the end of that where, of course, he resigned earlier this month as the head coach at East Carolina. Reese, Trev, and Mark join us at the half. And right now, Cincinnati is backed up after the penalty. They are snapping it from the 3.
North Texas is man-to-man. This is the formation when Cincinnati's in this position. They'll play man-to-man.
McCluskey gets some room. Picks up about 9. Greg Jones making the stop. And it has been 3 turnovers, 3 Gino Guidugli interceptions. The first one coming on his first pass of the game. And then 2 subsequent interceptions. That one looks like Hurd trapped it, but North Texas would score on those last 2 possessions, scoring 10 points off those last 2 picks.
You know, I got to give some offensive linemen some love here. Takovich that time did a great job on blocking, carrying his man downfield, doing a great block on the linebacker Taylor Casey from North Texas.
Takovich, a sophomore from Powell, Ohio. McCluskey going the other way, runs into one of his blockers, and then he is hit by Taylor Casey.
Taylor's a little upset, and that's a hit. You know, when you hear the guy, you hit the guy, and he goes, he loses his breath. That's a hit, and that was a great hit. Nice hit, Taylor. Way to come back. You'll see now, Cincinnati has people now. The offensive linemen are out, but Taylor Casey comes in out of nowhere, bam. Does a great job of delivering the blow. Now wrap him up, and that'd be a double to hit.
Casey, the junior from Odessa, Texas, leading this team in tackles and getting a third tackle on that one.
Yep. You hear that running back, you know you got a good shot on him.
That's good. McCluskey keeps his feet after the initial try to get him down. And he is eventually stopped by Darrell Daniels. And Marco McCluskey with that run, which runs subsequent to that, has become the leading rusher in any season in the history of Cincinnati football, now at 1,340, surpassing Reggie Taylor of 1986. Great year for him. And starting off slowly, but they started giving him the ball about 4 games deep into the season, and it's paid off. They go right back to him, and Chris Hurd makes sure he doesn't get very far.
Well, what's happening is Taylor Casey is forcing that ball to cut inside. He's getting penetration. He's forcing the ball to cut before McCleskey wants to cut it. And the Mean Green pursuit's coming up. Chris Hurd that time from his linebacker position. Linebackers working like fingers in the glove. Chris Hurd coming up, making a nice play. Now, if you're Cincinnati, Cam, you're getting away from your offense a little bit. You got to throw the ball, and I'm not talking just screens now. Throw the ball downfield.
I think maybe they're a little gun-shy of doing that because of the 3 picks.
You can't, if you're a spread offense and no-huddle offense, and mainly a 3-receiver offense, you got to start throwing it downfield.
3rd and 1. I don't think McCleskey got it. Good job bottling people up inside. Priestley. Walter coming in from his corner position. Among those, clogging things up.
And then there's no threat to throw. So Walter's coming up, playing a little corner blitz. You'll see him come up. Bird does a good job. Everybody fills their gap. Priestley coming up, making an open field tackle, taking a bigger man down, playing great gap responsibility defense. A nice call by Coach Delozer, the defensive coordinator for them. Mean Green.
Very mean on that play as Urban comes in and punts again. They're getting close to him. And that time, no fair catch by Branch, but he retreats. Flag is down as Branch is taken down just short of midfield. Only a 32-yard punt.
Got 2 flags. You got a holding.
Holding against Cincinnati. And maybe something on the return.
Now, special teams are sloppy, which is often the case when you have some time off between the end of the season and your bowl game. Got to play discipline on special teams. Don't block in the back. Belly bumping.
Both of them against Cincinnati. North Texas defense. There's a reason why they're 3rd in the country in scoring defense, 9th in total D, 13th in pass defense. And boy, they're showing it today. McCleskey taking that hit there by Taylor Casey.
Well, when you have active linebackers.
By the kicking team, the holding penalty is being accepted, and it is a previous spot enforcement foul. We will penalize and repeat the down.
Kick it again. You know, the point I was making, when you have 2 inside tackles and one dominating inside tackle like Brandon Kennedy and active linebackers, you're going to be a good run defense. And I'm just impressed with the North Texas linebackers. Very instinctive. They know where they're supposed to be. Their gap responsibility is sound, and they hit it downhill. They don't float across behind the line of scrimmage. They come and get you, and that's why they're great. They're a great defense. 9 points, number 1 in the conference rush defense, number 1 pass defense. Really an outstanding team. Well coached.
A team you did not hear from much this year because they do play in the Sun Belt, and the good thing is their top 4 linebackers, Casey, Hurd, Wyatt, and Spencer, they are all juniors and will be back next year. 130 yards is all that Cincinnati has been able to muster, and remember, they scored on their 2nd possession. They got 47 of those yards on 1 possession. Capped off by Ty Keith catching a 6-yard pass from Gino Gadula. So the punt again by Irvin. Branch, another flag. It's become a flag fest here in New Orleans.
Yeah, they're tackling everybody out there. First of all, Pearl tackled his man right there. See, he's talking to the ref now. Number 10 throws there. Trying to plead his case, and that's right here. See, you can't tackle if you're blocking. That's not a very smart football play. If you're beat, you're beat. Turn and go to the next level on special teams. That means find another white shirt. Somebody will pick your guy up. You tackle the man, young man. Don't do that. You tackle him. I watched you the whole time. I can't help it. Yeah, I started to coach up here, man.
Talk to Jeremy Pearl.
Illegal walk all the way by the receiving team during the return. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Yeah, it's a mental error.
Pearl, a junior from Parkville, Missouri, who sees most of his time on special teams. You can see NFL doubleheader stuff this weekend. Saturday at 8:30 Eastern, it's the Eagles and the Boys. Watch NFL prime time at 8 Eastern time. And Sunday at 8:30 Eastern, Super Bowl champion New England takes on the Jets. Also available on ESPN Deportes. But first, watch NFL Primetime presented by Miller Lite at 7:30 Eastern. ESPN and ABC, your exclusive home for primetime football.
Pam, now, you know, that's a big penalty. Why? Look at the field position change. We're back at the 38 when they had the ball in UC territory. And a dumb play. A mental error. You don't need it on that kind of play.
Right, they would have been up at the 49. Instead, they are back at the 38, their own 38. And that is bobbled. Good job by Smith to fall on it. He was trying to get it to Galbraith on the pitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure Galbraith was expecting that.
And you saw Branch come around as they often run him around the end.
Yeah, he was expecting it. It's kind of a pitch cutback. Pitch was a little high. That's one that Galbraith has to handle, though. That's right in his hands. You got to catch that one. That was a pitch cutback. They had the Branch come around, try to get the defense to flow. Galbraith would get the ball in the backfield. Nice little design cutback. Didn't get a chance to develop because he dropped the football.
They lost 5 yards on that play. North Texas, by the way, +1 in turnover margin during the season. They have not turned the ball over at all today and have 3 picks. On. I'll tell you what, Smith is going almost exclusively now to Kevin Howard, who picks up 7 more yards. This is the New Orleans Bowl, second annual, coming to you from the Louisiana Superdome. Cam Ward, Rob Stone, and Chris Spielman joining you as the University of Cincinnati band gets ready to start stuff. Heard them about 9:20 this morning outside my room.
Yeah, they were ready to roll.
They were doing some band stuff earlier. It was either them or North Texas. Somebody woke up.
I hope they don't get their game face on too early by playing this morning. I hope they have some lungs left.
3rd and 7. Smith tipping it towards Howard, and that is incomplete as he was double covered around the 37-yard line.
Antoine Peak applying pressure, does a great job with the speed rush, beating Muncham on the corner, forcing a bad ball by Andrew Smith. Antoine Peak's the player now.
21 tackles for loss on the season for Peak. Will leave as one of the most decorated defensive players in the history of this Cincinnati program. And he also will leave with the college degree, one of 8 guys playing today who graduated this December. That's a terrific achievement for these guys. A great graduation rate for the Cincinnati football team.
Testimony to Rick Minner, too. Important of academics. Student athletes first.
Brad Kadubar in for his 4th punt. Good air under that one, and it takes a North Texas bounce. Killed at the 5-yard line by Russ Owens. 54-yard punt, Reese Davis.
Pam, nice punt, and I'll tell you, the thing you're going to have to worry about now is whether Alabama will ever have to punt again, I guess. That's what the Crimson Tide's hoping to bring in a high-powered offensive mind in, according to Washington media outlets. Washington State coach Mike Price has accepted the job as the head coach of the Crimson Tide. Reports in Washington say that Price met with his players on the afternoon and told them that he had accepted the Alabama job. We are waiting for confirmation from the Alabama side of this. Crimson Tide has been looking for a coach, and Dennis Franchione left for Texas A&M. We'll see you a little bit later on the Dodge Halftime Report.
All righty, Reese, we look forward to that. Sort of surprising, huh, to see Price make that move?
I think it's surprising, and especially with that going to the Rose Bowl, and at least he talked to his players, though, before he left. That's always a plus.
And that's one thing that Dennis Franchione was not appreciated for.
Yeah,
and as a player, would that have ticked you off?
Yeah, it would have ticked me off. I think if you take a coaching job and you're going to leave, tell your players, man to man, that, hey, guys, it's a better opportunity. We're going to leave.
Philip Graves, or actually Brown, who was hurt for Cincinnati. Let's go down to Rob Stone.
So, guys, we all know there's very little stability in the world of coaching, but Cincinnati taking it to ridiculous lengths the last 2 seasons. Coach Winters had 11 new assistants last 2 years, 5 alone this season, and basically said, it's no longer fair to put my players through new teams every time a new coordinator, new coach comes in. So Minter stepped in and said, here's what we're doing. Coordinators, you adapt to what I want to coach. Chris, do you like that adaptation by Minter?
Well, he's a defensive guy, and yeah, I do, Rob, because, again, it's not fair for the players. You don't get any continuity amongst the players. It's easier for one guy to learn it than 22 guys to learn it.
Not much going on there for McCleskey as Cincinnati starts deep in its territory, starting on its 6th. The last position, they started on their own 3. So North Texas certainly winning the battle of field position.
And North Texas is getting more and more confident, and you're seeing guys picking up from the defensive backfield, making tackles to the line of scrimmage. That's because Cincinnati is not throwing the ball down the field. You need to put the ball down the field a little bit to loosen the mark.
Instead, they put it on the ground again, and McCleskey's flag comes down. And McCleskey only picks up a yard or 2.
Now, these referees are going to have to ice their arms for throwing so many flags after this game.
Going to be the 12th penalty of the game so far.
what that sound is.
He might have made one up.
What is that?
Gerald Dickey doesn't want it. That's a little New Orleans sign.
Somebody help me out. What is that sign?
Illegal chop block by the offensive team. The penalty is declined. Next down is third.
I think you got to go down to your knees there, Mr. Knight, for that one. You might be getting tired of throwing all those flags, man.
Can't bend it anymore. That's 3rd and 9 after that illegal chop block with the invented call by Jim Knight, the invented signal, and it is refused, bringing up 3rd and 9 from the 7. Gidula, plenty of time, but terrific coverage downfield. It's intercepted. 4th pick, Jeremy Pearl waltzes into the end zone.
Got a flag down here. Hold on.
But there is a penalty.
Now, it's okay, though, because it's okay if you're a Mean Green fan because it's holding against UC. Now, Gino, that's on Gino. Josh Gardner was holding on the play. That's interceptions on Gino. And if you make a mental error when you're blocking or tackling somebody, if you're on the Department of Insurance team, how do you atone for it?
By the offense, the penalty is declined. Touchdown.
You come and make a big play and take it in, and it's the Mean Green defense right now winning the battle of the high-powered offense. Now, what they're doing is they're dropping 8. They're only rushing 3. But 3's getting pressure. Gino throws it with a guy in his face. I don't know where he's throwing the ball. I think he was trying to throw it away. He didn't see Pearl. Pearl steps in, stays patient, catches the football, finds the end zone.
4 interceptions for Gidula. Extra point makes it 17-7 in favor of the Mean Green as they get their points off turnover.
Football comeback. I don't know where he's throwing. I think he was trying to throw it away. Pearl sitting in his zone, patient, catches the ball. Now, the problem here with Cincinnati is they're getting pressure with 3, allowing them to drop 8, putting 5 underneath, taking all the underneath routes away. They have the deep route away. That's all right. You know, you come back. Good quarterback, good offense, relax. You'll come back. But the Mean Green defense right now is winning the battle.
All the points, all 17 coming off those 4 picks. And the 4 picks, by the way, equals Gino's career high. He's only had 4 interceptions in one game once previously in his career. And he's looking a little down there on the sideline.
You can't get down. You're only down 10 points. Get that dauber. I think that's the word. Get that dauber up. You get in there at halftime. You make your adjustments. Trust your coaches. And you have to throw the ball downfield, though. They're not throwing the ball downfield. Everything is a 3-step drop. They're trying to run it too much, in my opinion. They need to spread the field, take advantage of the zone defense, put pressure on them by putting the ball down the field.
With that interception, Gino now has 20 interceptions on the season against 22 touchdowns. So it's getting very bad in that touchdown-to-interception ratio. 1 touchdown pass today, but 4 interceptions, one of which you just saw was returned for a Mean Green touchdown. Line drive kick, and it will be a touchback.
That's coming back now. They got an offside.
Another flag down, so that line drive kick for a touchback negated. They'll have to do it again.
The guy was 6 yards outside.
Jeremy Pearl, that's his first career touchdown as he got his first pick of the season. Good job.
Being disciplined in his zone coverage. They had good spacing underneath. 5 guys underneath, 3 over the top, 3 putting pressure. Tough to throw if 3 guys can beat 5 in pass pro.
We saw these guys practice yesterday as we get another call.
Kicking team, 5 yards will be administered on the re-kick.
And you noticed, Chris, that Gerald Dickey's guys were practicing a lot of different defensive looks in practice yesterday.
A lot of defensive calls. They're a big zone team. Not much man-to-man. They play zone. They're gap sound. And they understand the concept of zone. The thing I like about it in their zone defense is their eyes are on the quarterback. They get great breaks on the football, and they read routes. If you're a zone team, you can be an effective team to turn into a man-to-man defense if you understand route progression by the underneath receiver and the over-top receiver. That's when you're a good football team. You don't always have to be playing man to play tight coverage.
the offside. North Texas kicks it off again, this time from the 30. Ty Keith retrieves it at his 8. Oh, a big hit, 25.
Duffy Reed, up.
Oh, yeah, we want people that'll bring your feet. Coming up on the Dodge halftime report, Chris Ricks ineligible for the Nokia Sugar Bowl. He will not grace the floor in the game that you guys are watching right now. We'll look ahead to the GMAC Bowl, a great quarterback shootout coming tomorrow night on ESPN2 between Byron Leftwich and Dave Ragone. And we will also enlighten you on the Bowl Challenge Cup. ESPN's going to give a great big trophy to the conference that does the best in the postseason. Minimum of 3 games being played. And, of course, the latest on the Alabama coaching situation. Mike Price, the new Boston.
All right, Reese, thank you very much. Craig Jones among those with that big hit before he went over to Reese. And that pass is bobbled and incomplete as he's going for Olinger. And the Cincinnati offense, we talked about it at the top of the show, how potent it is. This is a really good offense, man. They average 400 yards a game. They score 30 points a game. And this Mean Green defense is just stifled them.
Yeah, your big guns rattle a little bit. Geno's rattle because those are passes normally that are thrown right on the numbers. He threw that one low and outside like an off-speed slider. He's got to put that on the numbers and give Olinger a chance to do some damage once he catches the football.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion, going up top again. That one is complete, but a very short gain for Ladarius Van.
That's Craig Jones, the guy that made the big hit on the special teams, coming up, reading the split receiver screen. Now, what the Mean Green Thorns is they have that play down. If you're Cincinnati, in your playbook, you dig deep. You fake the split receiver screen, you send the guy deep, you pump it, you throw the ball up top because Mean Green is jumping on that receiver screen right now.
And to add injury to insult, Ladarius Van, who caught that short pass, is hurt. Cincinnati training team looking at his right leg.
Well, you watch that. Everybody that has that split screen in has a play where they'll fake a split screen, they'll send the guy deep, you throw it over top. You do a pump fake, you throw the ball down the field. So right now, Geno's not delivering the ball as a 40 because he's gunshot. You throw a 4-pick, you get gunshot. He's a kid that can't get gunshot. He's a gunslinger. You got to go ahead and let her rip, man. You have nothing to lose.
He is 8 for 15 for 75 yards, 8 completions, but 4 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown. First time in 3 years, by the way, that North Texas has taken an interception back for a score. Brad Castle took one back 23 yards against Texas Tech back in the 2000 season.
Good to see Ladarius up. See guys get hurt. He right here coming up. Good job of sneaking through. A little ankle twist right there. See an ankle pull underneath. That's tough. I want to see a lot of green helmets running around that football.
Van, a senior for Fort Pierce score. One of the 3 senior receivers who've had good years for Cincinnati until this game started. How good? Well, they led the whole Conference USA in catches. But now it's 3rd and 10. Big play for Cincinnati.
They're going to rush 3 and drop 8 again.
4 receivers in for the Bearcats. Here comes that rush, and they get to Dooley, but he gets it off in time and has to throw it away. 3-man rush doing the job.
Daryl Daniels bringing pressure. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Cincinnati has no chance if they can't block 3 guys. There's no chance. You got to be able to block 3 guys. But Daryl Daniels just uses a speed rush, comes in and gets the pressure. Now, what I'd like to see him do, take it to the next level, bring that off arm and try to strip the football instead of wrapping him up high. Take that off arm, wrap him up high to get the ball, knock the ball out of there.
Boy, he just blew by Kyle Packer there like he was just air. Great job of getting to the quarterback and forcing the throw away.
Got it.
Yep, that's Pearl again. In on Irvin's punt. Branch lets it go.
Now, he ran past the punt. You got to understand where the kick point is. Now, he came so free that he ran past the punt, and they were able to kick the ball away. You'll see it right here. Watch him. He's by the ball. You got to be able to take that ball off the foot. He had his hands in good position, but be in control of your body. Take the ball off the foot. Cincinnati gets away with one right here. Bobbled that snap, gave him that extra chance. Now you got to go down right there. You got to get your Academy Award winning shoes out. You got to go down. Now Pearl comes in. Now look, take the ball off his foot. Understand where the kick point is. Understand where he's going to deliver the ball off his foot. Run to that spot. Don't run past him. Be in control. See, that's what he's telling him right now. Be in control of your feet, young man. Boy, that's a big touchdown.
Hey, he is the guy who ran the interception in for a touchdown. Smith goes down for the first time today. He is tackled in the backfield.
Matt Tupola
with the...
Tupola, excuse me. And you know, he's got big pants. And that's a nice job of him coming and beating a double team inside. Right here, take a look at him. No, he's singled up. Shows a nice swim. He's got the swim move. You watched the Brandon Kennedy training tape. He threw the swim move. He said, if a big stocky guy like Brandon can do it, I can do it. Way to go, Matt. 329.
He's kind of stocky, too.
Yeah.
But a lot taller than Kennedy at 6'2", and that is the first sack, a 9-yard deficit, now 2nd and 19. Galbraith is tackled for no gain. So a 3rd and long coming up for North Texas.
Andre Frazier does a good job playing his defensive end position, holding his responsibility, slowing Galbraith down, letting the black helmets come and get a hit. Good job, Andre. Good disciplined defense. Freshman. Sophomore, excuse me. Good player.
Andrew Smith, a redshirt freshman quarterback, now faced with a 3rd and 20 as we are inside 25 seconds here in the first half. They'll just run it, play conservatively.
Yes, you have to play Cincinnati. They're going to take a timeout, try to block the punt. Got nothing to lose.
Boy, Galbraith gets it up past the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th and 9 coming up. Franklin Calicock making the stop as the first half comes to a close. Cincinnati coming in as the favorite, but this mean green defense living up to its moniker. 4 interceptions, leading to all 17 points.
And plus, they're beating them up physically. And, you know, Cincinnati's not used to that. They're getting punched in the mouth, and apparently they like it because they're not punching back. North Texas is coming and beating them up physically. Let's see how UC comes out the second half. I guarantee you they'll come out with a little more attitude.
They're going to need it down 17-7. Jeremy Pearl with a 20-yard interception return that gave North Texas the 17-7 lead. North Texas, known as a conservative offense, like to keep the ball on the ground, have had great success through the air. Let's go down to Rob Stone. Rob.
Coach, what has North Texas done to kind of get your offense out of its normal rhythm?
Well, we forced 4 takeaways. That's what they've done. And anytime you give the ball up, you have a chance to lose a football game. That's what they've done. We haven't stopped the run like we need to. We've given up big plays. We're happy that it's not 35-7 right now with all these big plays. So we got a lot of work to do.
What do you plan on saying to your quarterback in the locker room?
Well, we've got to settle him down a little bit. Put force in the issue. Take what they give him, and we'll be okay.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, Rob, 71 rush yards for North Texas, but 86 through the air. The mean green with the 10-point lead at the half as we go to restate 3.
Well, Pam, apparently it is easy being green. North Texas in all green unis for the first time in school history, and they're up on Cincinnati by 10. Glad to have you with us on the Dodge halftime report. You know, all time, Cincinnati is 1-4 in the Superdome in New Orleans, and we tried to figure out how to work with lids over them everywhere.
Just like
2-11.
Just like Brett Favre can't win in the dome.
Yeah, maybe they're the Conference USA version of Brett Favre. They've got to show some Favre-esque ability to come back.
Remember I said in the pregame that they need to be balanced?
Yes, you did.
They are. McCleskey's got about 70 yards, but Spielman's right. Up front, North Texas, way too good. Getting pressure with 3 guys. Gaduli, 4 interceptions. You'll never win turning the ball over that many times.
Well, we talked about North Texas defense. I did in the beginning. And if you look at their defense, they are playing an outstanding game, but it's their offense. Andrew Smith, the freshman quarterback, averages only 16 pass attempts a game. He's got 14 in the first half. Gerald Dickey, the head coach, opened it up in the bowl games. I love it.
Well, you know one thing about the North Texas defense, they stood in there very well against Texas early in the season, likewise for a while against Alabama, so this is not as if they haven't played, you know, top-flight offenses before this, and they're doing very well so far. The Mean Green up by 10. North Texas with the big lead, other people hiring coaches, teams losing quarterbacks. It's all coming up. The Dodge halftime report.
The 2002 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN and ESPN2.
part of the most powerful, longest-lasting line of trucks. Grab Dodge's new 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match.
The madness is back for a final 15 hours at Sport Mart's incredible Midnight Madness sale. This Wednesday from 9 a.m. to midnight, save like mad on hundreds of gifts. It's the biggest single day of savings this season. You'll save on an enormous selection of skis, snowboards, equipment, apparel, and more. Like up to 50% off all table games. It's madness. See our ad in Wednesday's paper for details. Get to Sport Mart this Wednesday for Midnight Madness. Because at midnight, it's over.
It's ATA's Take Note fares. Take note of our everyday low fares on nonstop flights to great destinations, coast to coast and beyond, with no advance purchase or minimum stay requirements. Want to fly for free? Go to ATA.com to register and learn how you can start earning your free trip today. Low fares and free travel. Next time, fly ATA.
This halftime report brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Glad to have you with us. North Texas on top of Cincinnati 17-7, halftime of the New Orleans Bowl. Alabama's been searching for a head coach, and Dennis Franchione left to go to Texas A&M, and apparently they have found their man. Washington State's Mike Price will be the new coach of the Crimson Tide, according to several media reports, both in the state of Washington and in Alabama. Price apparently is on his way to Tuscaloosa right now. He'll be introduced as the Tide head football coach tomorrow. As for Washington State, they also have a press conference scheduled for tomorrow in which they will announce who's in charge on an interim basis, and we assume they will make the decision as to whether Mike Price will be able to coach in the Rose Bowl against Oklahoma. So, guys, Alabama's been searching. They missed out on Mike Riley. You know, it really depends on how you spin this hire. Price is 56 years old. First time in his career. He's had back-to-back winning seasons the last 2 years. But then again, Washington State's only been to the Rose Bowl 4 times in history, and he's taken them there twice. Good hire or bad hire, Mark?
I think it's a good hire. I think Mel Moore's done an outstanding job down at Alabama. And here's why. It's not their first choice, not the sexy choice in a Mike Riley, but it's a solid choice. You're getting a head coach that can come in and build the program. He's done it at Washington State with some up-and-down seasons, some bad seasons, some great seasons, but he's taken his team to the Rose Bowl. So he's really built that program at Washington State. I think this is key. He's a great recruiter, and that's what Alabama's going to need right now. And the other part of this, when he left Washington State, he talked to the players. That's very important at Alabama. You're getting a coach that can relate to players.
Well, I agree with you. I think it's absolutely a great hire. I mean, I think if you look at this, if you're Alabama, what you're getting with Coach Price is we all know about their offense, the spread offense, those sorts of things. But the one thing I really enjoyed about Washington State this year was defensively. They had about 50 sacks. They get great pressure on the quarterback. And offensively, if you're Brody Croyle, you got to be saying to yourself, I'm excited. I mean, if I get 3 and 4 wide receivers, open it up, I'm pretty excited.
But quickly, what about the age? He's 56 years old. Is that a problem?
I don't think so. I think that's key. I think you want an older guy that's going to be there because he's not going to go anyplace. This may be his last coaching job. He's going to stay at Alabama. That's what Alabama needs, continuity.
I think what Reese is saying, though, is Mike Price the future of Alabama football long term? And I think clearly the answer is no. He can't be 56.
I mean, he can still coach. Look at Joe Paterno and Bobby Bowden. You're talking guys in their 70s.
But get them through probation. Get them through probation and then move forward.
And then we'll see how that goes. In Washington State, he's left that program in very good shape. Yeah. Obviously, they're going to the Rose Bowl. That's a little bit better job maybe than people would have thought a few years ago before Mike Price got there. Speaking of Bobby Bowden, he's got problems of his own. Chris Ricks, ineligible for the Nokia Sugar Bowl against Georgia. Ricks apparently, well, not apparently, he admitted he did it. He slept through a final exam. He's in good academic standing, but because of this, he's ineligible for the game. Now you're left with McPherson, Adrian McPherson being kicked off the team. You're left with Fabian Walker to start against Georgia. The Seminoles really in a state of disarray, Trev.
Well, they really are. I think if you look at Florida State this season, the reason why they've lost 4 games, in my opinion, is just simply a lack of leadership. And I think it starts at the quarterback position. Remember early in the season, Chris Ricks started out, and then there were some teammates who said, I don't know if he's the right guy. Nobody stepped up and said, Chris Ricks is our guy. Then it was Adrian McPherson. Nobody really took that team by the horns, Mark, and said, this is our leader, this is our guy. I think that's the problem with Florida State.
Well, that's one of the problems that's on the field of play. But I think the other problem goes to the head coach and Bobby Bowden. You know, you lost some top assistants in Mark Rick and Chuck Amato. You haven't recruited well the last couple years. You've got some athletes down here. But here's the problem. Florida State's lost 4 games last year, 4 games this year. That's 8 games. changed. The previous 5 years, they've only lost 6 games. It's time Bobby Bowden, the head coach of this football team, to take the reins of this program, settle the problems off the field of play, and start playing football on the field of play. I think that's the problem with Florida State. The quarterback situation is a problem, but it starts with the head coach and trickles down.
It's always the head coach's responsibility. Whether
give him credit for following through with a rule. He missed the final, and that's the rule.
Well, there's no question that they handled it. I'm not sure that he had a choice in that situation, though, with an academic situation. We are at halftime in the New Orleans Bowl. Cincinnati is down 10 to North Texas, but, you know, comebacks have been a theme both seasons of previous years.
Check it out.
Introducing the all-new Ram Heavy Duty.
Grab that 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
I want a pony, a dollhouse, and a 7/4-inch 13-inch circular Star Wars cake.
The Home Depot makes it easy to get the things on your holiday wish list. Just open a Home Depot credit card account and get 10% off your first purchase. Save up to $200. For holiday projects and great gift ideas, come to the Home Depot and Expo Design Center.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Bright copper kettles and warm wood and mittens. Silver white creatures that melt in the spring. Dorothy was my favorite thing. Dorothy was my favorite thing.
There is a start. There is a finish. And in the journey between, there are dreams. The NCAA Hall of Champions keeps these dreams alive for you. More than a museum, the NCAA Hall of Champions takes you on an interactive journey. Relive some of the most inspirational moments in collegiate sports history and walk in the steps of the student athlete. At the NCAA Hall of Champions, you'll find something for every fan. Discover what it means to be a champion. The journey begins inside.
Back on the Dodge halftime report, North Texas on top of Cincinnati. Halftime of the New Orleans Bowl, 17-7. But you know what? The Bearcats are down, but they are certainly not out. We learned that last season. Myriad comebacks during bowl season, the most notable of which, Marshall down 38-8 to East Carolina before Byron Leftwich led a rally. Holiday Bowl's pretty good, too, last year with Texas and Washington. Trev, why is it that bowl season's conducive to the comeback?
I think one of the reasons why is you play in these games that are 2 and 3 weeks after the last regular season game. So sometimes you don't know what the other team's going to do. It may take you a half to figure out, what in the world's Ohio State doing? They didn't run this all season. We didn't see film of this. Then you go in and make the adjustments, and your team can come back, and then you see these comebacks in the bowl game.
And plus, you get some of these offensive coordinators like mad scientists. What you do is you put them in their office, and they figure out and diagram all these trick plays and reverses and reverse passes. And you see a lot of high score in these bowl games. That's why I love bowl games. I wish there were 50 of them, because you see some of the teams that are down by 2 or 3 touchdowns in the second half. They're going to throw the Hail Marys. They're going to throw the 50-yard passes. It's just great excitement.
Might get there. We're at 28. How about a little conference pride, too? You know, you look at how the conferences, you always look for the bragging rights among the conferences after the bowl season is all said and done. And we are going to reward the best conference here at ESPN this year. The team or the conference, I should say, with at least 3 bowl games with the best winning percentage will win the Bowl Challenge Cup. So I ask you, here are the records last year, so you can have a little history to draw on. You see the Big East had a great year last year.
Look towards the bottom, Reese.
Well, Conference USA struggling again tonight so far. Who's going to win it?
Well, I'm going to tell you who's going to lose it. I like being negative. Look at the Big Ten. They're second to last. Well, you know, look, Iowa's playing USC. Who's going to win that? USC. Miami's playing Ohio State. Who's going to win that? Probably Miami. I think the Big Ten definitely is not getting any hardware from us.
Well, it's going to be the Big East. I'm going to go with history. History will repeat itself. Big East is 4-1 last year. They'll probably be 4-1 again this year.
That's because you feel awfully good about that Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
Yes, I do.
That 1-0 start. I know you feel good about that.
And that's just the start. I had a lot more in the Big Ten.
Hey, you know what? The Sun Belt, they don't have enough teams in there to qualify, but they're off to a nice start. How about Patrick Cobbs getting loose for the touchdown? The Mean Green and All Green up by 10.
Balfour, the manufacturer of rings for both teams in the New Orleans Bowl, unites in partnership with UNO and the College of Education and Human Development to serve and support public and non-public education throughout southern Louisiana. It is with the help of businesses like Balfour that the University of New Orleans College of Education and Human Development is able to make a difference in the lives of our students through excellent faculty that provide a diverse and well-rounded quality education.
Hey, Don! Hey, what's up? You going to Tommy's party? I can't. I'm working. Break.
The Dodge SXT. 4 cool cars. Then you won't have to work 2 jobs just to buy one.
Don, you made it!
I like your hat.
Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it.
Drawing students from every state and from more than 100 countries, the University of North Texas has a growing enrollment of 30,000 students. UNT offers many nationally recognized academic programs. A great faculty and a second campus is on the way. The Carnegie Foundation lists UNT in the top tier of U.S. doctoral research institutions. University of North Texas, the leading university of the Dallas-Fort Worth region.
Call the MatchLink Singles Network now to find your picture-perfect match.
I never thought I'd find a guy like Michael. Warm, funny, loves movies as much as I do, and the MatchLink Singles Network found him for me.
Introducing myself to Nina was easy. I just called the MatchLink Singles Network, described myself and who I wanted to meet. Then they matched us up in no time.
For your picture-perfect match, call the MatchLink Singles Network. The easy, fast, safe, and fun way to meet people you'll have a lot in common with.
Wrap up big savings on Rubbermaid storage containers from Menards. The Wrap and Craft box keeps paper, ribbons, and tape neat and organized. In 2 styles, $7.96 each. Or how about this 35-gallon latching tote for $9.76? Keep toys, cameras, and CD players running with Energizer Max alkaline batteries. Multi-packs of CD and 9 volts are $2.99 after rebate. Double and triple A's are $3.49 after rebate. Power up with savings from Menards.
This halftime report brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge.
And North Texas getting their bowl season off to a good start with a 17-7 lead over Cincinnati at the half. And tomorrow night here on ESPN2, we have the GMAC Bowl. Marshall and Louisville, great shootout between Byron Leftwich and Dave Ragone. Dave Barnett and company will be on hand to call it from Mobile. Guys?
Any quarterback good enough to have his own bobblehead doll, as is the case for Dave Ragone of Louisville and Byron Leftwich of Marshall, obviously has an arm. But in the case of these two, Bill, it is not all they bring to the bowl.
No, it's not. And I have my own Byron Leftwich bobblehead, and I'm delighted to have it because Byron Leftwich is a leader of men. Just to watch his courage in the face of great pain, watch his linemen carry him down the field to take the next snap and throw the next pass without ever complaining, and then to watch him rush to his defense when he's hit late is a remarkable thing for a guy that played with some pretty good quarterbacks. But then he's not the only outstanding quarterback in this game.
No, he is not. Dave Ragone, a 255-pound quarterback, played behind an injury-riddled offensive line.
He was sacked 43 times this year. He was hit an awful lot more than that as well, but he got up every single time. He'll stand in there, and he'll make the throw for the team. So when he's in that huddle, 10 guys look him in the face. They know he's the leader of that team, and he's the main reason they're bowling this year, Dave.
Expect points in the GMAC Bowl. Just remember, last year, 61 points by East Carolina. Still not enough to beat Marshall. Let's send it back to the studio.
And Dave, 38 of those points in the first half, only 8 for Marshall in the first half. Down 30, and Mark May, you said Marshall would win the game then, largely because you believe in Byron Leftwich, and you still do.
Absolutely. The way that he throws the football, 69% completion rate this season, over 4,000 yards 2 years in a row. But what he gives you is that mental toughness. And he has players around him that gravitate towards him. I love that in the quarterback. Players will play better than they usually do just for Byron Leftwich because he's in the huddle.
Louisville should win the game.
No, they won't.
They're the better team. If they show up to play, that's the point. Last week, they get beat by Houston, 27-10. If Louisville shows up ready to play, Henry Miller at running back, Marshall gives up almost 200 yards in the ground. You give the ball to Henry Miller, you run right at that defense, have Byron Leftwich standing next to Mark May in the studio, calling the win. Louisville, if they show up to play, will beat Marshall.
43 sacks on their quarterback, Dave Ragone, this season.
You don't sack the quarterback when you're giving the ball to Henry.
We'll see if they do that. We will get all of this
next year for this call.
Okay, we'll wait and see. We'll get all of it started tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern time with our bowl special, and Marshall and Louisville follow. Second half coming. Gino Guidugli, 4 picks in the first half. Can he turn it around?
The Braun Synchro is the world's first shaver with a 4-way moving head, so it catches more hair in fewer strokes for a closer shave. Only it moves so fast, you can't see it, but you can hear it. And to keep it feeling like new every day, its automatic self-cleaning system thoroughly cleans the shaver in alcohol, leaving nothing to come between the shaver and your face. Braun, designed to make a difference.
It's time to play Family Fleece.
Name one gift that's a little naughty and a little nice.
Old Navy Performance Fleece.
Name something with a zipper that makes the holidays hipper.
Half zip pullovers.
Survey says Performance Fleece half zip pullovers are just $12 to $16.50 for the whole family. Wardrobe courtesy of Old Navy.
It doesn't matter if you run or where you hide. I will hunt you. I will find you. I am the Hitman.
Hitman 2, available now. Rated M for mature.
Only at the University of Cincinnati, with its 16 colleges and more than 300 majors, can you build a resume of this caliber before you graduate. With global organizations like these at your classroom, you'll know you're ready for the real world because you will have already been there. Start building your resume today at www.uc.edu. The University of Cincinnati. The power behind your dreams.
Welcome back to New Orleans, where North Texas so far is the better of Gino Guidugli and Cincinnati, leading at 17-7 at the half. Guidugli has thrown 4 interceptions, one of which was taken back for a touchdown. You surprised by all this?
I'm a little surprised because Cincinnati's a high-powered offense. They're playing a good conference with Conference USA, and to be honest, North Texas is taking the fight to them. Gino's got to settle down, play within this team, and Rick Minner had a great point going off at halftime, saying we're lucky we're not down 35-7. So they feel like they're in this game. They got to come back strong now. They come back and throw the ball.
Could be worse for Rick Minner and company. Here's Rob Stone with the other head coach. Daryl Dickey's team is up by 10 at the break.
Coach, what has enabled you to have such balance on offense tonight?
Well, I think we've got a good game plan, and our kids are playing hard. We've actually been pretty inconsistent. We've had opportunity for some plays, but we hadn't executed, and we've gotten too many penalties offensively. Our defense has played well, but they got to continue to do so. This is a very good offensive team, and we're just going to have to play 30 more minutes of football.
Some aggressive play calling, premeditated or kind of feel in the moment?
Well, it was part of our game plan. We knew they were going to have an opportunity to, put more people up there to stop the run, and we were trying to loosen them up a little bit. But we just got to try to be balanced on offense ourselves and continue to do so. We got to execute a lot better.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck second half. Pam? Thank you, Rob. And North Texas will get the ball first. We'll see perhaps some more about aggressive play calling on offense. Jamel Branch, a huge hole up the middle. And Branch is stopped at the 39-yard line. Good field position for North Texas. Drew Adams made the stop. 36-yard return. ESPN2 Game Track. If you're just joining us, you missed Cincinnati playing well early. Ty Keith catching a 6-yard touchdown pass from Gino Gaduli on their second possession. And here comes the mean green. Brandon Kennedy with a sack, and then 3 more interceptions. This one taken to the house by Jeremy Pearl, a 21-yard interception return. And we heard Coach Dickey talk about the missed opportunities. A 66-yard touchdown pass that would have been a touchdown dropped by George Marshall. And Pearl almost blocked the punt. Should have blocked the punt. He whipped on it. Could have led to some more North Texas points. Galbraith slipping away from tacklers. And that's a very pretty run that picks up maybe a yard.
That's a great effort, but this is huge for Cincinnati's defense now. They need to come out and establish the physical dominance that they're used to. They got to come out and take the punch to them. Right there, you see the first half stats, and then obviously the big one where that little gold arrow is, turnover. It's tough to get into any ball game if you're 4 down in turnovers.
In total yards, North Texas outgaining Cincinnati. Kevin Galbraith, by the way, only 28 yards on 10 carries in the first half. And this is a guy who has almost 1,200 yards during the regular season. Smith completing it, and Kevin Howard has become his favorite receiver in this game. That's a first down on Kevin's 4th catch.
Again, they come out in 22 personnel, 2 tight, 2 running backs. Often on the face, looks like a running formation, but it's a passing formation. It's a nice, easy pitch and catch out there. They ran an out cut. They're playing in the 3 deep. The corner's playing off. You run the out. You throw the ball. You get a first down. Football 101.
Those 4 catches for Kevin, Chris, ties his career high. 4 catches in 1 game. That was a 13-yard gain for a first down. And they are in Cincinnati territory. Smith to Branch gets the block from Marshall to help bring him free. First down and more. A flag comes down as Branch is pushed out of bounds around the 25.
I think they got either Thrash or Marshall for holding right there. See, I don't know if Marshall was the guy because his hands were inside, but they're pointing a finger. And if your hands are inside, the guy's pulling away from you, you start to see cloth, you're going to get called every time. If we can get that on a replay, you'll see cloth when Marshall's got the block inside.
Holding by the offensive team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You see the hold right here. See, right there's cloth. See that? That jersey starts to stretch a little bit. When that jersey stretches like that, they're going to get you. Thrash does a good job. Everybody does a good job, and the receivers are blocking well downfield. You just got to hide your hands inside a little bit more.
Said it was a good block by Marshall. Now we know why. He had a lot of cloth.
Yeah. You know, and the secret to is you find out what color jerseys the defense is wearing, and you put the same color gloves on. And that way you don't get called as
And that's not cheating now.
That's finding a way to win. It depends on how you look at it.
Getting an edge. If you get away with it, it's not cheating, right? That time, Marshall did not get away with it. And that's caught by Howard again. That's his 5th catch. That's another 12 yards, and that is a career high. 5 catches for Howard, who again came in. Only had 7 catches on the season. He has 5 today.
And Cincinnati's off guard a little bit because they fully expected coming to this football game that North Texas is going to run. Well, North Texas said, I got a little something for you. We're going to throw to set up the run. That is the nature of college football. When you have a defense that has 9 people in the box, you got to throw to loosen it up, then you start running the football. Now, this is the play they scored on earlier.
2 tight ends in for the Mean Green. Pitch to Galbraith. And here's front free. He says, Marshall, give me a block. He gets it, and it's a touchdown. 35 yards.
They got those whoopee sticks going hard now, and they should. And George Marshall, congratulations. You dropped the ball for a touchdown. You had a holding call, but you get the block downfield to spring Galbraith for the touchdown. And what happens is Cincinnati is not adjusting
9th touchdown of the season for Galbraith, 13th of his career. The extra point by Matt Ladua is added. It is 24-7 in favor of the Sun Belt Conference champions. Untouched, go 35 yards, Kevin Galbraith. The Mean Green extends its lead.
The world-class courses of Louisiana's new Audubon Golf Trail challenge even the best golfers. They meet the highest standards, and they're a sanctuary for quiet and concentration. That's because we know that the golfers who play here are entirely focused on one thing.
All right, let's eat.
One thing at a time, that is. Open year-round. For tee times or more information, call or go online. Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things.
There is a start, there is a finish, and in the journey between, there are dreams. The NCAA Hall of Champions keeps these dreams alive for you. More than a museum, the NCAA Hall of Champions takes you on an interactive journey. Relive some of the most inspirational moments in collegiate sports history and walk in the steps of a student athlete. At the NCAA Hall of Champions, you'll find something for every fan. Discover what it means to be a champion. The journey begins inside.
Kevin Galbraith getting congratulations on the sidelines after a 35-yard touchdown run. North Texas scoring its first points not off turnovers, taking the opening kickoff, a 61-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And remember, there was a 10-yard penalty for holding packed in there, and they still scored. And now the deficit is 24-7. Kickoff taken by Jones. Earl Jones is stopped down at the 30. Let's go down to the field and Rob Jones.
Pam, the Bearcats suffered 3 late first-half injuries. The staff is telling me all of them are good enough to play. And we begin with Ladarius Van. Late coming out, right ankle sprain. You see him gingerly walking onto the field right now. He's obviously been cleared. Wide out return man Ty Keith. They're calling it a left shoulder AC sprain. Perhaps from all those alligator arms. He's expected to play, and he's out there right now. And linebacker Mike Brown, a left ankle sprain, also expected to play.
All right, thanks, Rob. Last game of the season. What the heck, Van and Keith, 2 of their more valuable players on offense. Gaduli finding Keith for the first down as he tumbles into North Texas territory.
See, that's what you need to do. You need to throw the ball down the field to loosen them up a little bit. Then you can go back to your screen and get McCleskey involved in the game. But don't forget now, Cincinnati's a no-huddle team. They have the ability to go hurry up. Being down 24-7, there should be no panic in this offense.
22 yards on that play. 4 catches so far. See if that helps Padula get that confidence back. No pump. He's got Olinger on the sideline. He's well covered, so he just throws it well out of bounds.
Now, there was a miscommunication. He thought Olinger was going to run the takeoff. Olinger pulled up. Dino looked for him to run deep, so he threw it away. See, right there. He's looking at the coach saying, what was that play? You got to take off and go. They're going to hitch and go. You got to go. It's not a hitch and stop. It's a hitch and go. Go.
Olinger, senior, obviously this is the last game of the season. I think that they would kind of be on the same page by now.
Yeah.
So things not clicking for this Cincinnati offense, which has been coached all year, and that is not much happening up the middle as McCleskey is stopped by Darrell Daniels.
Yeah, Darrell does does a good job of defeating the blocker, tackling high, seeing what you hit, and letting his mean green team come and get some. Gerald flips inside, beats the block one-on-one, and here come the guys running the football. That's aggressive defense, that's team defense, that's winning defense.
Daniel's one of 10 players to be first team All-Sun Belt Conference this year. 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats. 5 QBs in, it's the 5th interception. Thrown by Gaduli. Cody Spencer that time picked him off. What a terrible game for the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, and that's 15 yards to it, and frustration all over the place.
It is mean green defense all the way around. 5 picks by 5 different guys.
With Cody Spencer, I talked about in the first half about playing zone defense. In order to be an effective zone defensive team, you got to be disciplined in your drops. You got to get a break on the football. His eyes were on Gaduli. Gaduli telegraphed the pass. Cody Spencer does a good job catching the ball at the highest point with his hands and turns into a running back. Then Cincinnati in their frustration. Right there, give me the personal foul.
Late hit out of bounds by the original offensive team. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Here comes now. Here, if you're the mean green, you go right for that throat. I mean, right now, you bury him. You got a wounded animal. You take him out. That means go to the end zone. Go to the end zone right now.
Very much that frustration, as you mentioned, Chris, getting 15 more yards. And we saw Gaduli on the sideline. He was actually being talked to by George Murray, who is also a sophomore, the backup quarterback, trying to calm his guy down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare of a game for him.
It is, man. And he's got to you get his composure. He's a competitor now. You think about it now. If you're not getting anything happening with him, you have nothing to lose. Give George Murray maybe a shot to come into play. But Gino's the guy, the horse that you rode to this bowl. You ride him all the way through. Let's see what happens.
Murray is a flash guy. We saw him take one snap as a quarterback earlier in the game. He pitched it out. Murray just 1 for 5 on the season throwing the ball. He is on the sidelines, and he did try to calm Gino down. North Texas' best starting position of this game. They're on the 36. Smith running for his life, and he completes it. Now incomplete as it is dropped late by Jeff Moonshot, one of his tight ends. I told you earlier the tight ends don't get many passes. Moonshot only 2 catches on the season. Antoine Peak was the guy chasing Andrew Smith. And a motion penalty against North Texas.
Now Marshall took off downfield a little bit quick. Nice little setup. Had 3 receivers to one side. Tried to isolate the tight end off the bootleg. Had him open. Got to hold your water though.
Meaning, wait.
Be patient.
North Texas mean green offense. Talk about how good the defense is. The offense, ranking-wise, is just really awful, Chris. 115th out of 117 Division I A teams in total offense.
Secondary.
Yeah, but what they're doing, though, is that they're establishing the run in the pass. And when you establish the run in the pass, you put a defense on the field. You keep them guessing. The play action works. And if you're a running football team, there's no better friend than the play action pass.
You mentioned the last 2 games of the breakthrough season, and let Smith tear it out a little bit more. Obviously doing it today, and it's working out. Galbraith trying to get around the corner. He cannot, as he is dragged out of bounds by Franklin Calicut.
Franklin Calicut does a nice job playing the safety position, playing about 7 yards, still playing a run. Does a good job of open field tackle on a guy that's hard to tackle in the open field, Albrecht.
Calicut, a junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, starting today because Doug Monahan is still bothered by the high ankle sprain. Starting at that strong safety spot for the Cincinnati defense.
We're almost in 2-down territory. We don't get it right here for North Texas. Kicker doesn't have the range from 50 in 2-down territory.
It is 3rd and 8. Michael Dew is long, by the way, at 44 yards as the field goal kicker, and that is picked off. Could be a touchdown as Zach Norton goes all the way into the end zone. Maybe the break Cincinnati needed 68 yards and a score. Flag is down. If this rolls up, that will be the 2nd interception for a touchdown for Norton this season. believe. He had a 30-yard interception for a touchdown against East Carolina in their last game.
Well, the White team 10 yards from the spot, first down.
Yep, so it does indeed take away that touchdown.
Again, not a very smart play. Why? Because your guys in a track meet down the sideline. You don't block from anybody from behind. Now here, Cincinnati does a good job of playing their zone defense. They're running to the route. They take away the curl. He tries to force it. Corner does a great job of jumping underneath the route, taking the pick, and going the distance. Zach Norton does a good job of reading and getting great break on the football, and a mental error by Cincinnati. When a guy's in the track meet, he has one guy to beat. Don't block anybody. Please, get away from everybody.
So that's a huge mistake. Instead of being a 24-14 potential, as McCluskey gets around everybody, and he is smacked down around the 16-yard line by Craig Jones.
But see, I'm not so sure McCluskey wasn't supposed to hand that ball off. But he saw an opening, he made a good decision. It's almost like your quarterback running the option. You know, make a decision, either hand it off or keep it. I don't know what the pump fake's for. You know, you're not going to fool too many people if they have some brains in the green helmet, because you can't throw the ball, obviously, 15 yards down the field.
And a little dangerous, too, when you get the ball up in the air like that. Gidulli hit out of bounds around the 15. Some of the Cincinnati fans looking for a late hit.
Now, there's a miscommunication right there. That's a broken play. Gino does a good job, though, of getting a little bit out of nothing.
Gain of 1, second and 9 from the 15.
See the penalty on the run back here. Let's see if we can get right there. No, it makes no sense. Why? Why? The guy's trotting into the end zone. Use your heads, guys. A mental error.
Jamar Enzor, the middle linebacker, but that would have been a touchdown anyway. Instead, Cincinnati has to punch it in the old-fashioned way. Booker Van, nothing. As the Mean Green defense continues to be stingy.
And that's Brandon Kennedy. And I know Cody Spencer made the play, but as a linebacker, you can't make plays if your nose tackle or your inside defensive tackle does not eat up blockers. I made a living because I had good nose tackles. Mark Spindler, Terry Ball, Ted Washington. They let me make tackles while they eat up blockers. Brandon Kennedy not only makes tackles, he eats up blockers. You better not eat too many more of them. It'll be 320.
3rd and 8. Kennedy against 5'10", about 310. Underneath pass completed to McCluskey, and he is short of the first down as he only got up to the 10-yard line.
And Luke Condor does a good job, and I talked about defending the screen. How do you stop it? Well, if your defensive lineman turn and pursue the ball like Luke did right there, you're going to make an effective team and ineffective screen team. Great job of turning, pursuing, and chasing the ball carrier down from behind. Good job, Luke.
And because of that, Jonathan Ruffin has to come in, and the Metairie, Louisiana native going after his 12th straight field goal. This is from 29 yards out. And Ruffin, who has an entire cheering section across the way from us, hit. He is now 9 for 9 from 29 yards in, playing his last collegiate game. A town or two over from his hometown, Cincinnati trails it 24-10.
Morning, Joe. New haircut? No. New shoes? No.
Hey, Joe. You been working out?
No.
Hey, Joe. Here's your mustache.
No. You sure that's not a new haircut?
Yes. Did you just get back from vacation?
No.
Get promotion?
No.
Did I?
No.
What's different? He finally asked his doctor about Viagra. Ready to ask your doctor about Viagra for the first time? Find out if a free sample is right for you. To learn more, visit Viagra.com. Ask your doctor and see the difference.
I'll have your steak and cheese with some of that Southwest sauce.
2 classic BMTs and put sweet onion sauce on hers.
Can I please have a roast beef with Dijon horseradish?
Subway Club with hot peppers, because we like it hot.
At Subway, every sandwich is fresh made, just the way you want, with your choice of delicious meats, toppings, sauces, all on fresh baked bread. It can be complicated. Just, give me what they're having. Or simple. It's up to you.
Get an amazing Gateway holiday deal for home or office. Buy one award-winning PC and get a second award-winning PC free. Purchase a Gateway 700XL PC or a Gateway 600XL notebook, and you'll get a Gateway 300S PC free. Get one and give one. Call 1-800-GATEWAY now for free shipping on all home PC purchases. The Gateway 600XL uses the mobile Intel Pentium 4 processor M.
The holidays are here, so let's celebrate the season of giving with the Gift of Giving Week on ESPN Classic. A week of classic games where some lucky players got some lucky breaks, like Derek Jeter. And it's taken away by a fan! James Worthy, Roberto Duran. And that's not all. Yes, the outplayed Santa, the ref too, and the givers gave till it hurt. The Gift of Giving Week, 9 Eastern, all this week on ESPN Classic. Get ESPN Classic. Call your cable or satellite provider now.
The Mean Green certainly on the rise today with a 24-10 lead over Cincinnati. Here in New Orleans, where beverages are easily available, shall we say? No matter where you go, Jonathan Ruffin with a 29-yard field goal following an interception and a 61-yard return by Zach Morton, which should have been a touchdown, but penalty negated it. Taken by Jamel Branch around the 1. Branch turns it up to the 28-yard line. Tomorrow night, two of the top quarterbacks in the country lead their respective teams in the 2002 GMAC Bowl on ESPN2. We all get to see Byron Leftwich one more time for Marshall, take on Dave Ragone in Louisville. For more on our upcoming games, log on to ESPN.com, keyword schedule.
If you get excited about future NFL quarterbacks, watch that game because there's two of them in there. Also, Marshall has a great wide receiver, Darius Watt. A lot of credit to Darius for Byron's success on football's team game.
And last year's game was terrific as Marshall took on East Carolina, both teams scoring in the 60s. So that should be fun tomorrow night on ESPN2. 4 receivers in for North Texas. Andrew Smith threw an interception on his last pass. And this time he is bottled up, breaks away from a tackle or two, and picks up maybe a half yard. This is the New Orleans Bowl, second annual, coming away from the Superdome, with North Texas and its defense held out 5 interceptions of Gino Guidugli passes. 5 interceptions by Cincinnati quarterback, by the way, one off the school record set back in 1972. And he is 1 interception away from tying Mike Schoonmaker's infamous record set against Xavier. What's that, 30 years ago? Marshall overthrown for him.
You know, with Cincinnati's going out, they're coming with a little bit more pressure. They're playing man-to-man. They're not going to play any zone. They're going to play man-to-man, try to bring pressure, force Andrews to make some bad decisions. And right now, he did a good job of throwing that where only Marshall could get it or nobody else. But still, a little change in defensive philosophy from Rick Minner. A little more man defense, put a little more pressure on him.
Receivers in now for Andrew Smith. And he keeps it. It doesn't get much, maybe a yard. As the Cincinnati defense, Antoine Peak is all fired up.
Antoine did a good job. Now there's a reason why North Texas goes 5 wide. Either ball's got to come on quick or it's the quarterback draw. Right here, you'll see Peak coming from the inside tackle position. Peak the tackle inside, making a nice play. Just feed him with speed inside, collapses the pocket, closes the gate in front of the ball, brings down Andrew Smith. That's a good stand by Cincinnati's defense. Now they're starting to get the momentum back. They need to get their quarterback on track.
They needed that stop. Brad Cadlebar, meanwhile, his last 3 punts have all been at least 53 yards in length after a 25-yard shank first time out. And that's another good one. As Keith retreats back to his 15, and he goes down on his 15. About 4 flags flying in the vicinity of the tackle.
Yep, that's that rule that's going to be reviewed at the end of the season, the Halo rule. You know, it's unfair for the cover guy. Why? Because he's got to stop, give the guy a chance. He's stopping his momentum. The cover guy can make a highlight film out of him because the guy has to stop his feet. Well, I understand it, but it's unfair for the cover guy. That's a great kick and a good decision to catch the ball.
That's Jamel Brandt, the return guy for North Texas, who violated the Halo rule. 4 punts now, at least 50 yards for the North Texas punter. We'll see what Gino does when we come back.
lot, Beamer. Anytime, Scott. See you.
At AT&T Broadband, we can turn you on to loads of TV channels. And with our interactive program guide, you can always find what you want to watch, easily. Discover great movies, lots of sports, travel, news, exciting entertainment, everything you're looking for. Call today and get a great deal on AT&T Digital Cable. AT&T Broadband, cable television, high-speed cable internet, digital phone service. The power of 3.
Will they hook up, break up, fall in love? Will she save her family? Will he save the world? Will you look over your shoulder or sleep with a light on? Will your palms get sweaty? Will your heart begin to race? Will he look into your eyes and say, I'm a black man? What's going to happen? The Movie Channel. The stuff movies are made of.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of the 2002 New Orleans Bowl. Brought to you by Viagra. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you. And by Subway. Fresh-made sandwiches on fresh-baked bread. Subway. Eat fresh.
Back in New Orleans, All-American consideration perhaps for number 92. That's what the Mean Green guys would like for Brandon Kennedy, their big defensive tackle. Sunbelt Player of the Year. And McCleskey, unable to get things going, only picks up about a yard on that carry.
We have Chris Hurd coming again. And I tell you, when he comes, he brings his hips. You bring your hips, you get big hits.
Bring your hips, bring your feet, right?
Yep, and you get big hits. And that time he did a nice job of filling the hole. Brandon Kennedy forcing the ball, beating the scoop block, getting penetration, forcing the ball. Chris Hurd filling it up. Mean Green is good defense. They play gaps down.
Barry Deloach, the defensive coordinator. Boy, what a job he has done with this football team. 2nd and 9. Dooley looking downfield for Olinger, and he gets it. Olinger able to go up and get it over Walter Priestley.
That's where height advantage comes in. He uses his body like a basketball player for Coach Bob Huggins' Cager. What he does is he uses his body to position away from Priestley, boxes him out, and does a good job. And Gino, that a way to throw the football, young man. Let her rip. You have nothing to lose. It's a great job by Johnny O to bring that ball in and concentrate, using his body to box out Priestley.
And a play that, boy, Dooley certainly needed that one after his struggles so far in this game with the 5 picks. At the 55-yard completion, they're down to the 18. McCleskey might have lost a half a yard if you take it down to Rob Stone. Rob.
Well, guys, I've been watching Gino Guidugli on the sidelines, and his demeanor, real quiet, kind of a loner, if you will, not talking to his linemen, talking to his skill guys when the defense is on the field. And even after that big pass play, he was kind of going right to the line and no congratulations type of thing. I'm not asking to be a cheerleader, Chris, but you need your quarterback to be a little more involved, a little more pep up to talk to your boys on that sideline?
I think you need to be a leader, Rob, on the sideline when things aren't going well. But what he has to do on the field, he's got to concentrate, get his head to the sidelines, get some no-huddle offense, get the play, communicate it to his boys.
Struggling 1 touchdown and then 5 interceptions. And that one is lifted high. Good catch by Dennis Hart, the tight end. Go up and get that one.
Again, another variation of the screen. That's about the 4th different screen pass type look we've got from UC tonight. Didn't give it time to set up, though. Again, disciplined zone defense will prevent screens. If you can get a team in man-to-man, usually the man-to-man defense is better to run the screens because you run off the DBs and their backs return. Zone defense back or to the quarterback, they get a read and break on the football.
Did a great job that time, Chris. Now it's 3rd and 8 from the 16. 4 receivers in to the Bearcats.
See right here, when the center starts pointing, he's pointing to the Mike linebacker. That's which way you slide your defense as he comes.
And Guidugli, that is way high, and a huge hit. Jeremy Pearl laid into Ladarius Van.
Jeremy Pearl, for not being a starter, playing against his 4 widespread type offense, has played a heck of a football game tonight. Gino left it a little high, leaving his boy Ladarius out to dry. Now Ladarius had alligator arms early in the first half. I'll give him credit. He went up and tried to get that one at least. Jeremy, again, a break on the football.
Jonathan Ruffin, who hit from 29 last time out, going for his 13th straight field goal. This is a 33-yarder, and Ruffin knocks it through. So Jonathan Ruffin, he wanted at least 76 tickets coming in. Something to cheer about at least for his family.
The world-class courses of Louisiana's new Audubon Golf Trail challenge even the best golfers. They meet the highest standards, and they're a sanctuary for quiet and concentration. That's because we know that the golfers who play here are entirely focused on one thing.
All right, let's eat.
One thing at a time, that is. Open year-round. For tee times or more information, call or go online. Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things.
We all lead such busy lives. But there is a place where redwoods stand tall and time flows slowly. Redwood Creek, where the tradition of slowing down and taking time has never been forgotten. An unhurried approach to winemaking that leads to a richer, more full-bodied taste. Redwood Creek, because good things take time.
I want a pony, a dollhouse, and a 7-quarter inch and circular Star Wars cake.
The Home Depot has last-minute gifts people really want, like this rigid wet-dry vac with free hand vac for $69.97, or a Home Depot or Expo gift card. They're convenient and available in any amount. The Home Depot, your holiday workshop.
You think you bought it?
The 2003 NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN and ESPN2.
Cincinnati cheerleader, something to cheer about. Jonathan Ruffin, with that 33-yard field goal, has broken his own school record. He's now made 13 straight field goals. He set a Cincinnati record by knocking in 12 straight 2 years ago in 2000. What a terrific career this young man from Metairie, Louisiana, has had. Second-team All-Conference USA, the Groza Award winner 2 years ago. Patrick Cobb gets the Ruffin kickoff. They've got a lot of room up the middle on these kickoff returns, and look at Ruffin make the stop. Kicker getting in on that tackle. Chris?
Yeah, a good job by Jonathan. I tell you, for being a kicker, that's not bad. At least he didn't try to do the slide soccer tackle where you come in with your leg. Oh, you got to bring it back now. Offside, they're not going to take the play, but what they're doing is they're running middle return, and Cincinnati is not aware of where the blockers are coming from. The blockers are coming, knocking them inside out. Here's Jonathan forcing the ball. Good shot, good field position. That's it. Don't shy away from contact. Hold on for dear life. He does hold on for dear life and make the play. Good job, Jonathan.
Did he bring his feet?
No, he didn't bring his feet. He tried to close the gate. I tell you, he was effective, though.
That's all that matters. Great job by Ruffin. He might have saved the score on that play. First down on the 47-yard line of Cincinnati. Gallbreath, little shake and bake. Picks up about 3 yards. Primetime football coming your way Saturday and Sunday. First at 8:30 Eastern, we got the Cowboys and the Eagles for you. Kickoff at 8 Eastern time, they'll kick off our coverage with NFL Primetime. Then Sunday at 8:30 Eastern, it's the Super Bowl champion Patriots taking on the Jets. Also available on ESPN Deportes. You can watch NFL Primetime presented by Miller Lite at 7:30 Eastern before this game. ESPN and ABC, your proud and exclusive home for primetime football. Eagles have clinched the NFC East. Now they're looking for that all-important home field advantage.
Yeah, you're going to see new gear with that Jets Patriots. The guys who played the playoff live. This is new ball game.
2 football games for you Saturday and Sunday night amidst all the bowl stuff. There's a reverse to Kevin Howard, and that is snuffed out nicely. Good play by Andre Frazier.
Yeah, Andre showed me a lot tonight. And one thing he showed me is discipline, playing his responsibility. A good job of holding, staying back at home, and making a nice open field tackle on a wide receiver. It's a good job for a defensive end to bring a guy down in the open field.
Frazier was all-freshman Conference USA last year. He's a former walk-on who is now making his mark as a sophomore defensive end. That was a loss of 1 yard, so it's 3rd and 8. give it to Galbraith, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Darrell Ransom that time coming in, and the Cincinnati defense is stiffening up here in the second half.
Yeah, you can't play it too close to the vest now. We're here in field position. At least take some shot downfield that's a safe pass. We can throw it out either to the guy or out of bounds because you have a chance to move the football and get some type of field position. 3rd and 8 and running the ball. You got 2:55 in the 3rd quarter. You're starting to play close to the vest.
A couple of field goals down to get back in this game. They trailed 24-7 after Kevin Galbraith scored on North Texas' first possession of this second half. The defense has done well since. Chad LeBar with 4 straight 50-yard punts. That time he hangs it up nicely. Can they cover it? Oh, what a play! Cincinnati's going to get it at the 1-yard line because Andy Blunt made a heck of a play.
Andy did make a heck of a play. Wyken, aware of where he is on the football field, is able to gather the ball in and do a little tightrope on the goal line. Yes, knowing where you are on the football field, realizing where he is, gets a little help. That's a good play by that young man right there, forcing his boy and not letting him go into the end zone.
Andy Blunt also plays on the basketball team at North Texas. Let's go to Rob Stone.
Fan, we're joined now by Neil Perry, a safety at San Jose State. You'll remember his dramatic story 2 years ago, broke a leg on special teams, had to amputate the leg. A lot of national recognition and attention this year on your quest for a comeback. Let's talk, though, about why you're here today. The New Orleans Bowl brought you in. Why?
They just started an award. They're giving a most inspirational player. They sent out a thing to all the conferences in the NCAA Division I, and saying that, somebody that inspires people. And I wrote an essay, and they said, they picked me for the award as a unanimous decision. So they flew me out here, and I brought my dad with me. So we're having a good time out here.
You can't but have a good time in New Orleans. Your goal this season was to get back on the field. Obviously, there's a lot of litigation. You've been cleared to play, but there's been a setback. Tell us kind of your game plan and your timeline right now to get back on the field.
Well, my game plan is just to keep trying as hard as I can, just keep working and, but I'm going to have surgery again, actually, right when I get home from this trip. I got to go have surgery, but hopefully I can get everything taken care of and get back on the field next year.
We'll see you out there in 2003.
Definitely. Thank you.
Good luck, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Rob. And McCleskey gets his second carry on this as a flag comes down. And I'll tell you, Neil Perry about to face his 23rd surgery, Chris. A very courageous young man trying to get back on the football field.
He is courageous. He epitomizes what inspiration is for a football player, and outstanding. That'll carry over in his everyday life. And you take a look at the penalty, and it's the guy that's been causing havoc all day. It was on Brandon Kennedy. He had a chance to get in there and make a tackle in the backfield. Actually, the center did a nice job of holding Brandon Kennedy to keep him out. Take the penalty, you get about a 6-inch penalty as opposed to giving up a safety.
On the offense, half the distance, repeat to that.
You see right there, there's a hold on the guard. McGee does a good job of holding him because if he gets through there, that's a safety. And realizing where you're on the football field, you give up 6 inches as opposed to giving up the safety. Smart play. If you're beat inside, he's got to get some help from the center. His center's got to chip Kennedy to him to give him a shot because Kennedy's in that gap. He has no chance to block it. Too quick.
No way one guy can do it. That's the 17th penalty of this game. And, boy, McCleskey just got it out of the end zone on that run. John Ryan making the stop as we saw Kennedy getting his little equipment repair over on the sideline for him.
Well, his replacement comes in and does a good job at Donovan Wright. Once Donovan Wright's getting penetration, and what happens is North Texas beating these guys off the football. Donovan Wright gets in there, forces the ball to cut back, and Chris Hurd has made a lot of plays on the spot.
So McCleskey gets it out to the 1-yard line as we're inside a minute here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 10. Well, they're throwing out the end zone to Dooley, completes it to Olinger, and that's a 1st down. Priestley makes the stop. That's a big play to get him out of harm's way.
Yeah, Marquise Olden was playing a little soft right there. It was a one-receiver route. They max protected to give Gino all the time in the world. And it's a great job by Olinger of running to the 6 and past the 6 in case he'd have to come back to the football against the soft coverage. Golden's got to take a little bit. If he sits it down, man, break on the football. Got a bad break. His feet were stuck in quick stand. Get your feet out of quick stand and make a break.
And instead it was a 14-yard gain and a big 1st down as Cincinnati tries to claw back. The Dooley sidearming it, and they're going to call that a penalty. as Cody Spencer was tight on the coverage on Richard Hall coming out of the backfield.
Now, see, Cody has a great break on the ball, but he has to have field awareness. And what he did was he hooked. He had a hook arm. He didn't have to hook arm. He had great position. He came with the long arm across the front of the body, knocked the ball down, but he threw the hook arm.
Spot foul, automatic first down.
See Cody Spencer right here. He's got a good break on the football. Don't hook arm. See, you got that hook arm on him. You don't have to. If you have a break on the ball like that, position like that, you have to have awareness not to hook him.
Got that left arm on him, and that's now the 18th penalty of this game. First down from the 18. Dooley. Oh, that's a completion to his tight end, Dennis Hart, for another Bearcat first down.
That's a good job by Gino. That's a well-thrown ball because McGee had great coverage on Hart. That's a good catch by Hart. He did a good job of using his hands, not catching the ball with his chest. Using his hands.
Hart getting exclusive playing time at that tight end spot because A.J. Lucius is out. He hurt his knee, his left knee, in practice on Saturday. And Hart has played well so far as the tight end. The third quarter comes to a close. So the Mean Green of North Texas taking a 24-7 lead early in this third quarter. A couple field goals make it 24-13. But the Mean Green playing mean, 5 interceptions so far in the New Orleans Bowl. Fourth quarter coming up.
The Gospel, according to ESPN. Available now.
I'm at my mother's for dinner. She says, wasn't that chili unbelievable? I say, unbelievable. Where's the Alka-Seltzer?
Only Alka-Seltzer's effervescent power relieves indigestion and pain fast.
Get better relief. Get Alka-Seltzer.
In 1868, an American tradition was beginning, and Pacific Life was founded, both built on principles of persistence, performance, and strength. 135 years later, those beliefs still guide Pacific Life. It's how we help so many businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. Rely on the strength of Pacific Life. Watch the Pacific Life Holiday Bowl on ESPN, Friday, December 27th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern.
I have an apology to make for knitting you a present rather than buying something you'd enjoy. I thought each present was a little piece of me, a person who, I'm now told, isn't very good at knitting. I'm sorry. This year, I'm shopping at Staples. You should, too. They have the exciting technology gifts everyone wants. And this month, you can get free delivery from Staples.com. But you can't get a macrame mouse pad.
Holiday shopping? Done at Staples.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a collect call. We're going to dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT. That's free for you, cheap for them. Huddle up.
Save on every call. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Sip those showers, ladies. Who's with me?
What an amazing year in sports. On Christmas Eve, find out who made the headlines and the highlights. First, host Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen review the year's most unforgettable stories and top plays on the Best of SportsCenter 2002. Then, join John Anderson and Linda Cohn as they count down the top 10 games of the year. The buzzer beaters, the furious finishes, the memorable moments. Best of SportsCenter at 7 p.m. Followed by SportsCenter's top 10 games at 8:30. Christmas Eve on ESPN.
It is indeed the second annual New Orleans Bowl from the Superdome. The North Texas Mean Green making their second trip. They lost last year here to Colorado State 45-20, and so far, big time, turning the tables on Cincinnati. But the Bearcats trying to get back in this game, down 24-13. Gino Dooley completes it to Booker Van, one of his running backs, for another first down.
Now, Gino's starting to get confident now. Why do I say that? Because he's throwing the ball in tight coverage, yet he's putting it where only his guy can get it. That time Hurd had good coverage on Van, but Gino put the ball where he needed to. Now, there's got to be a little bit of sense of urgency. No panic, just a little bit more urgency from Cincinnati. Get going. That's the advantage of running no-huddle offense. Line up, play call, and jump back to the line of scrimmage and get playing.
Distributing the football well now. Van only had 2 catches during the regular season. Got that one for a first down. They're on the 45. Play action. Plenty of time. Dooley rolling, looking for Van, and again, it's too high.
Yeah, he's got to go up with 2 hands to get the ball.
Remember, he's a little bit dinged up, Van. Hurt earlier in this
not
game.
his arm, so that's the thing. All right, here we go.
All right.
Get excited. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Alligator arm. ESPN2 Game Tracks. Gino Guidugli has 5 interceptions. That is a career high and one off the Cincinnati all-time record for most in one game. Penalties, it's not been a pretty one, folks. 9 apiece for each side, but the points off turnover so big. North Texas 17 points off those interceptions.
That's a great point, Pam. The reason being that you can get turnovers, but what do you do once you get the turnover? You fold your opportunity, you capitalize on your opportunity. North Texas is able to do that.
And Gino Guidugli, you mentioned that he has more confidence. He's borne out in his numbers, 7 of 11 here in the second half after a very forgetful first half. 7 yards for Richard Hall on that play. Richard Hall is quite a story, 23 years old. Originally signed with Ohio State, but never got academically eligible and finally ended up at Cincinnati. He's a sophomore and will be the feature back next year when McCluskey is no longer at Cincinnati.
He has fresh legs in there because he came in there and put his head down. It's Tyler Casey, a nice little space right in number 4. Good power run by Richard Hall.
Former high school player of the year from the state of Ohio. 3rd down. Guidugli getting more time here in the second half. That one's good enough for another first down. Well, for Richard Hall.
Again, they're doing a good job of staying with their offense and not panicking. That time Gino went to his outlet receiver. And then, you know, they're comfortable coming back. Look, they outscored opponents 117 to 50. They're comfortable in the fourth quarter. There's no panic. They know they have a high-powered offense. They know they have ability to put points on the board in a hurry.
There's a first down for Hall. 1st and 10. No play. They have it on the 42-yard line of North Texas. ACC officiating crew.
Dead ball, false start. On the offense, 5 yards.
Richard Hall screwed up his call there for a little bit.
Open to the ball. That's the umpire's job.
So that pushes him back 5 yards. Rick Minter's ball club playing in its 3rd straight bowl game. If you take a look at the total yards, Cincinnati has taken control here in the second half after North Texas went 61 yards on its opening play of this half, scored a touchdown. Since then, there's been an interception and 2 3-and-outs. Hall again starting to take over on this drive. Another first down for the sophomore from Cincinnati.
Again, a good job by the Cincinnati offensive lineman getting out and getting in space. Richard Hall does a good job not getting tripped up, running with high knees, keeping his feet elevated so he doesn't get tripped. Now you're going to hear a good hit now. That's football right there. Richard Hall's a tough guy again, fresh legs.
I like that, huh?
Yes, I do. I love it.
Taylor Casey and Jonas Buckles sandwiching him on that hard hit. 2nd and 5. Guidugli, that's almost intercepted, but that would not have been Guidugli's fault as Olinger could not hang on to it.
That's a good strike by Gino. It's one that he can feel confident. He's starting to loosen up a little bit, deliver the ball. Johnny Olinger's got to bring the ball in. That's a well-thrown football. The play-action pass. They've been running the ball a little bit successful. That's Tyler Casey sticking on the tight end a little bit too long. Olinger was open in the curl. The one you got to bring in.
That was Walter Priestley who got a hand on it. 3rd and 5 on this drive. It's already gone over 5 minutes, and they shoot up 62 yards with artificial turf. Nothing on that play as Hall is cut down in his tracks by Craig Jones, who now has 9 tackles.
Yeah, Craig Jones did a great job of reading run when Cincinnati's been in that formation, split back out of 20 personnel, 2 backs, no tight end. There's Brandon Kennedy again causing havoc, getting penetration. Now, I don't like the roadblock. I like the hit, but I don't like the roadblock. That went out with Jim Thorpe in the Carlisle days. Come up and wrap him up.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Yep.
4th and 5, they're going for it. From the 37. And it is complete, but short of the first down. A terrific tackle on Richard Hall by Chris Bird.
Yeah, that's on Richard Hall. He's got to get to the stick. He's got to get to the stick and run to the stick.
He did did not, and North Texas gets the ball when we return to New Orleans.
Okay, guys, get this bird put away, and we're done for the day.
With a new available Power Stroke diesel, 5-speed automatic torque shift transmission, and the most torque and horsepower of any diesel pickup, F-Series Super Duty goes way beyond just getting the job done. F-Series, the best-selling truck on the planet, is built Ford tough.
Come on, guys. This is our chance.
Are you going to swing left?
All right, man. Let's take him out. Copy that.
I got your back. Here we go. Reach, go.
I got 2 at 9 o'clock, 2 at 12.
Taking major fire.
Where's it coming from? It's an ambush, man.
Back up.
No, I can't see anything.
I'm here. I'm out, too.
Ah, down.
Who are these guys?
Like shooting fish in a bucket. SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEAL, now playing online. Rated M for mature.
Happy anniversary, honey.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
There's something I gotta do.
Oh, yeah? What?
I love this woman! I love her!
What are you doing? Stop.
Okay. Then I guess this one has to do.
Oh, my God. I love this man. I love him. I love him. I love him.
The Gospel, according to ESPN, a great holiday gift.
ESPN Full Court on pay-per-view. To order, call your cable company, DirecTV, or Dish Network.
Tonight on SportsCenter, Dirk and the Mavs on pace for revenge. One player's Sugar Bowl chances sacked. Hot Atlanta's cooking on the stove, and how the AFC conspired to confuse. SportsCenter after the game on ESPN.
The Thunder sticks out in full force. It's North Texas defense with a nice stand. Cincinnati had the ball for 5 minutes and 52 seconds. 12 plays, 62 yards. They got nada out of it as they failed to convert on the 4th down. Keeping his feet is the fullback, Michael Hickman, who picked up about 3.
He's playing a nice game. I've been watching him. He's doing a great job of blocking. He finishes blocks and he puts people on his back and they throw him a bone once in a while. He's that quick hitter. The fullback belly play. His buddy mano a mano. Michael Hickman picked it up inside and had a nice little run earlier. It's a good 3-yard gain. That's North Texas style. Keep that clock running.
3 carries for 22 yards. Primarily a blocking back, getting a lot of touches today. 4 receivers now, 7 and 7. And they're throwing it. Smith sings it out, and it is incomplete. Kevin Howard could not bring it in. Smith has been throwing almost exclusively to Howard, who gets up limping over to the sidelines. He's been throwing to him almost exclusively the last couple of quarters of this game.
Well, when you have confidence in a guy, you have success with the guy. Success breeds confidence. You're going to keep going to him. Although that wouldn't have been much of a gain. It would have been about a 2-yard gain. It stops the clock for UC.
Howard with career high 5 catches, 78 yards in this game, but he is out momentarily. 3rd and 7 now on the 37. North Texas is 2 of 11 on 3rd down. Will be 3 of 12 after that fruitless run by Kevin Galbraith. Taiwan Hagler at the stop.
I'm going to show you something, why this is run. This is something to look for when you're watching bowl games. These guys are deeper than the quarterback. The reason is so they can get the ball at depth so they can read the play. You see Hickman come here, get a block, but the reason they have to run is because the depth of the back, the quarterback is in front of the back. Anytime there's a shotgun and the quarterback's in front of the back, it's a run. If the backs are in front of the quarterback, it's pass because they're up for pass pro, then to check down or to get out in a route.
We're going to see a kicker who's done a great job tonight. Brad Padlubar hangs that one up, and the fair catch is taken by Kai Keith. Cincinnati takes it over at the 27. That was a 34-yard kick. Cincy has it.
Get ready to kiss the ground goodbye. Louisiana, famous for its great food, music, and now golf. Introducing the new Audubon Golf Trail. 6 world-class courses created by the finest designer of them all, Mother Nature. So while your ball might keep returning to the ground, you just keep on soaring. Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things.
The jungle lies on you, my friend.
Ford Focus performs as great as it looks. It's got a European-tuned suspension for exceptional maneuverability and handling. That's why Automobile Magazine calls it the best small car to drive. It's not the cleanest. Ford Focus.
Ask your doctor about Celebrex.
High five. Fine five. I want your bod.
Bodman Fragrance Spray by Body Fantasy.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, fajitas.
Feast your eyes on the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito from Taco Bell. Sizzling strips of marinated steak and grilled veggies.
Ooh, fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas. All the great fajita flavors now wrapped to go in a grilled tortilla.
Ooh, fajitas.
Whoa, fajitas.
Ooh, fajitas. Taste the new fajita grilled stuffed burrito and, ooh, think outside the box.
Mean Green wearing all green for the first time in history with a 24-13 lead over Cincinnati. We got some more green coming your way. Tomorrow night on ESPN2, Byron Leftwich and his Marshall Thunder and Herd. Last collegiate game for Byron as they take on Louisville. See a very good quarterback. Dave Ragone going for Louisville tomorrow night at 8 Eastern time. For more on upcoming games, log on to ESPN.com. Word schedule. That one is incomplete. Looking for DeMarco McCleskey. Conference USA teams like Cincinnati here at the New Orleans Bowl. TCU, the co-champion of Conference USA, going to the AXA Liberty Bowl to take on Colorado State, the Mountain West champ. Louisville goes to GMAC. Tulane, Lucky Dogs get to go to Honolulu. The Conagra Foods Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Day, and Southern Miss to the Houston Bowl. And TCU lost to Cincinnati during the regular season, but there is no tiebreaker in Conference USA, so they are co-champions, and they selected TCU to go to the first pick bowl, which is the Liberty Bowl, the AXA Liberty Bowl. The dually up top for Olinger, almost picked off that hung up just a skosh too long. Craig Jones almost picked it.
Yeah, Craig Jones did a good job because McGee was looking for him to help him deep. Craig Jones bit up a little bit. And Olinger does a nice job of turning in the defensive back, coming back and preventing the interception. Gino let his arm twist a little bit on that one. Under through Johnny O. Johnny O, he's throwing up for grabs. He's got the height advantage. Let him go get it.
Olinger has been his favorite big play guy throughout the season. Olinger is actually state record 22 touchdown catches, and he was a senior in high school in Hazard, Kentucky. The dually over the middle this time, underneath stuff to McCleskey out of the backfield. Picked up about 7, short of the first down, and here comes the punt team again.
I think Gino, he had all kind of great pass protection by the offensive line. He had all kind of time. He kind of forced that throw. He could have let that maybe pump the underneath throw. And he had his receiver open on the in cut where he could have got the first down. Because they're only rushing 3.
But instead he went underneath to McCleskey, and he was stopped about 4 yards short. It was Chet Irvin for his 4th punt. Jamel Branch wants no part of it. Backs away, and it takes a terrific Cincinnati bounce. And it's touched around the 15-yard line. Downed at the 13 at the 51-yard punt for Irvin. So Cincinnati needs to get the ball back. They're down 24-13.
What an amazing year in sports. On Christmas Eve, find out who made the headlines and the highlights. First, host Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen review the year's most unforgettable stories and top plays. The best of SportsCenter 2002. Then, join Sean Anderson and Linda Cohn as they count down the top 10 games of the year. The buzzer beaters, the furious finishes, the memorable moments. Best of SportsCenter at 7 p.m., followed by SportsCenter's top 10 games at 8:30, Christmas Eve on ESPN.
My family is important to me, and I used
to worry about where my kids were on the internet. Then I signed up for MSN8 and met my butterfly. What a help. Now I have new parental controls, so I'm more at ease. And I worry less about unwanted email because our butterfly is one tough cookie when it comes to junk mail. Our butterfly helps make our house a home.
Looking for an internet service your family will love? Introducing MSN8 with advanced Microsoft software. Call 866-285-MSN8 today to sign up for 2 free months. MSN8 helps protect your family with flexible parental controls you set, personalized controls that help you keep track of your kids online. You'll also get tougher junk mail protection with multiple filters you set to help guard your family's mail, plus other new features AOL can't match. Switching is easy and hassle-free with powerful new switching.
2002 New Orleans Bowl, brought to you by Louisiana's Audubon Golf Trail. Great golf, among other things. And by Ford. With 150 million vehicles sold, Ford is America's #1 choice.
Welcome back inside the Superdome for the 2nd annual New Orleans Bowl as North Texas takes over on its 16. Worst field position for them way back in the first quarter. Cincinnati needs to get a stop quickly. Trailing by 11. Galbraith tries to break outside, slips one tackle, turns the corner for the first down. Nifty running by Kevin Galbraith, picking up 13.
Yeah, it's a great job of vision and also speed to get to the corner. What he does is nice design cutback. He gets the ball, he cuts back. Uses an underutilized weapon, in my opinion, the stiff arm. Keep the defender off of him, show speed to the corner. Now, what you like to see, even though you got time left, you like to see him stay inbound. You got clock moving, especially if you're North Texas. But shut down so far the second half by the Cincinnati defense.
In fact, they have their last 4 possessions, an interception, and then 3 3-and-outs. So their first down right before the interception. 1st and 10 on the 30. Galbraith again, this time cutting the other way, keeping those legs going. 7 more yards for Kevin. Take a look at what he's done earlier in this game. A burst of speed, nice little juke. Got 89 yards on 18 carries and a 35-yard touchdown. That's it right there. And this is the play we just saw, Chris.
Yeah, what he does now, he decides to become the hitter rather than the hitter. He puts his head down, gets yardage. Good power run, keeps his feet moving.
Jason Hunt, he was hanging on to him. It was a 7-yard run, 2nd and 3. This time, Hunt was able to close the gate, maybe? Is that right? Now using the proper contact.
Did a good job. You want to get a little revenge. You don't want to get run over again. That time he made the conscious decision to run through the ball carrier. Don't run to the ball carrier. You run through the ball carrier.
And he did that, and it was a loss of a yard on that play.
Yeah, that's a big down for Cincinnati because right now they're in a 2-possession ball game. The way North Texas plays defense, you're looking at that clock a little bit. It's down to 7:40 right now. They can't afford to let North Texas get a first down here. They have to get off the field.
On this 3rd and 3, the play clock winding down. Fort Smith just got it off in time. Little play action. And he's taking it himself, and Smith runs to the first down. So the quarterback keeping it all the way, and that's a big first down. He picked up 6.
Yeah, see, that was the designed run. They don't want to stop the clock. They gave him the option to get outside, let him use his speed. And again, George Mark, the great Mark Weaver, used to preach to the Buffalo Bills when I was part of that team. Start every meeting with receivers blocking downfield. Even though George dropped the pass now, he's done a whale of a job blocking downfield, playing team football, doing what he has to do for his team to succeed.
And helping Smith pick up that crucial first down. Keeps the ball in the Mean Green's hand. Patrick Hobbs now spelling Galbraith. Gets maybe a yard before Trent Cole bottling him up inside.
Yeah, Scrap Iron. That's, you know, if you're undernamed Scrap Iron by your coaches, then you're a tough guy. And Trent Cole's a tough guy because he plays defensive tackle at 225 pounds. Here's a tough guy. Scrap Iron.
Just a sophomore. He's been starting since game number 4 against Temple, and Rick Minter really credits that change, putting him in the starting lineup. starting to turn this defense around. One of his better moves on the season when he started to take more control of the defense personally.
When you play inside like that at 225, you're a tough guy.
Two tight ends in on the pitch. That's Branch again coming around, and the wide receiver is dragged down. That's a 3-yard loss. Derek Adams right there.
Nice job by Derek Adams of defeating his blocker, laying out, tackling a tough open field ball carrier, Branch. Good job, big man.
Adams is a senior from Solon, Ohio, outside of Cleveland. We go inside of 6 minutes. Here's another big third down, Chris. Third and 10.
And again, I look for him to keep it on the ground and keep the clock moving now. Watch Andrew Smith here. He's going to be smart. He's going to let this play clock go ahead and go all the way down to 1 before he snaps the ball. That's it. He's looking over his defense. Got 5 seconds.
Got it down to 2 before he gave it to Cobbs, and Cobbs will not get the first down. Keeps his speed, and it's taken away. Taken away by Cincinnati's Franklin Colacott, and he's going into the end zone for the touchdown.
A great job, Cincinnati. A great job. Why? Because you have ball carriers holding them up, securing the tackle. You got somebody in with the knowledge to go after the football. Outstanding. You got to understand when there's 5 minutes to go, they're going to come get the ball. This is a great job of Calcott coming in and stealing that football. Gang tackles. You rip that ball there. Rip it out. Attaboy. They take off running. That's excellent. Calcott does a great job of awareness, knowing that the tackle is here, going for the football. Does a great job of getting it, ripping it out there, and having the awareness to score. Now we got a ball game, folks.
That was a 44-yard return. If you're a North Texas follower, you got to wonder why the whistle didn't blow, because it seemed like his forward progress had stopped, but it was not a quick whistle. And now Cincinnati going for 2, down by 5. Dooley in the end zone, and it's picked away by the Mean Green defenders. That's Chris Bird making another big play, this time on Ladarius Van. Franklin Colacott did not join Cincinnati's team until the end of September. Makes a big play here to get the Bearcats back in this game.
Be there for the three-pointer, the in-your-face dunk, and the spectacular buzzer beater. With the ESPN Full Court College Basketball Pay-Per-View package, you get maximum college basketball with more than 450 additional games from top conferences and coverage of the first 2 rounds of the NCAA Women's Tournament. Will you be there? The ESPN Full Court College Basketball Pay-Per-View package. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV at 1-800-DirecTV or Dish Network at 1-800-333-DISH.
The gospel, according to ESPN, a great holiday gift.
With its new available Power Stroke diesel and 5-speed automatic torque shift transmission that generates 560 pound-feet of torque and 325 horsepower, the Ford F-Series Super Duty pulls faster and easier than any other diesel pickup. Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck on the...
Well, yes, that settles that.
Miami Dolphins, Miami 9-5, the Pats 8-6 on the season.
Steve's back in the game with running back to go right back to ball breast. Got to understand the football. The motion in tight end, run to the good side.
They get to block, and Galbraith picks it up and runs for the first down. That's 13 yards.
They did a nice job here. This is a good play. Why? Watch the tight end come in motion. Now he's going to come back and get a kick-out block right here. It's kind of a counter. It's a power O play. They do a good job getting the defensive flow one way. Galbraith with great vision hits the hole. That's a nice kick-out block by the tight end from North Texas.
And with that run, with that run, Galbraith has gone over the 100-yard mark. 20 carries now, 101 yards on the day. 16th career time he's gone over 100 yards in only 2 seasons. And Galbraith gets more. Oh, what a pop. He was nailed after about a 3-yard gain. Adam Roberts with a big hit. take a look at that strip that led to the touchdown. This is 2 plays ago. We'll see if he was down.
He lands on top of the... No, his teams aren't down. He lands on top of the back. He could have kept going. He thought he was down, but he wasn't. This time North Texas get motion strips. They get Andre Fraser double. They get outside of Andre Fraser.
Second and 6. Galbraith escaped momentarily. Picked up a couple.
Did a good job. Cincinnati came with a corner blitz. James Julian coming up from the defensive back position. Galbraith goes a little shake and bake, gave him a leg and took it away. Got positive yardage. Huge third down for the Bearcats now. They need to get off the field to give their offense a chance to get back on the field because of the strong, solid defense that North Texas plays. They have to have some time to work with.
3rd and 4. North Texas just 3 of 14 on 3rd down, but did get a big one in their last possession that held on the ball momentarily before the fumble return for the touchdown. Smith just got the snap off, and that is completed near the first down marker to Jamel Branch.
Let's see where the mark is.
Very important mark. 2:58 left to play in the 4th quarter. Take time now to welcome the men and women in uniform serving in Keflavik, Iceland, watching this telecast on the American Forces Network from inside the Air Force's top tree club, Zoomies. We hope you're all enjoying the New Orleans Bowl as well as the holiday season. We thank you for all that you do. They didn't even measure, Chris. That's the first down.
Yeah, now you got to, if you're Cincinnati, you got 3 timeouts left. You're going to start using them.
Couple of tight ends now. We anticipate North Texas to keep it in Galbraith's hands, and they do. Lost a yard, but time is the biggest enemy of the Bearcats. Flag is down on that play.
We got offsides on UC.
That hurts.
And Jason Russell is lined up on North Texas' side of the ball.
Offside, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat the first down.
11th penalty called against the Bearcats, now 88 yards. We see 3 timeouts apiece left. Rick Minter's team needing a touchdown. I think they got to get the ball back as Cincinnati burns its first timeout on 1st and 5. Interesting time to take it as the clock was stopped for the penalty, and they're going to talk things over. That 1st and 5 coming up after the offsides. We take you down to the field and Rob Stone. Rob.
This is the first of a record 28 bowl games this season, but lest we forget there are some bowl games that sadly are no longer with us, including 3 that these two teams played in the 1940s. So Pam, Chris, it is bowl pop quiz time. Please put your media guides underneath your desk. All right, we go to it. 1946, the Optimus Bowl. In 48, the Salad Bowl. In 49, the Glass Bowl. Where were these 3 bowl games played?
Oh, the Glass? Oh, okay.
Optimus Bowl. Go.
The Glass. Houston.
Whoa. Yeah, you're right. All right, the Salad Bowl, which I love, by the way.
It's got to be somewhere in California.
Keep going. Is Spielman with you? Is he talking?
Come on, Chris. You
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
And the Glass Bowl. Spielman, this should be you.
Toledo.
All right, not bad, guys, but as extra credit, where were the cereal and pasta bowls held?
At Chris's kitchen table.
Yeah. Trick question. They were never played, but they should have been.
Oh, that Rob Stone. The Salad Bowl. Don't remember that one. Of course, the Glass Bowl is the name of the stadium in which Toledo still plays.
We're having Toledo in the coming up on ESPN in the Motor City Bowl.
Day after Christmas, 5 Eastern time, we will be in Detroit. I'm looking forward to Ford Field. I hear it's a beautiful facility.
Awesome. They did a great job. You feel like you're outside up in that field.
Those of you watching Cincinnati and Oregon play basketball, Cincinnati's, what's the score, 44-24 Bearcats? My goodness, what an upset that would be. And you are watching your football team make a valiant comeback, down 24-19 in the New Orleans Bowl second annual. Pam Ward, Chris Spielman, and Rob Stone joining you as Rick Minter's team has gone to a bowl game, 3rd straight year. And they were down early in the 3rd quarter, 24-7. but are now down 24-19. And the second half has been won by Cincinnati yards-wise, outgaining North Texas 178 to 130. North Texas has not won a bowl game since 1946.
Now, in the Sun Belt Conference, going for its first bowl win.
They are in their second season of participation as a football conference in D1A. North Texas in its 8th season of Division 1A. And there's that sound and optimist goal that Rob Stone referred to.
They were participants in those. Outstanding.
They've not won since the 46th Optimist Bowl.
Here goes to North Texas now. First and 5, Cincinnati. You're going to have to burn your timeouts, and what you're going to do defensively is run whatever run blitz you have. Get everybody up there. Put one guy out here on the receiver, come up and get him. You got to go for the football. And if you're North Texas, you got to protect the ball. Don't worry about getting extra yards. If you get tackled, get down, but protect the football.
Cincinnati with 2 timeouts remaining. The first and 5 following an offside. Pitches to Kevin Galbraith, and the senior running back over 100 yards on the game loses some on that play.
Yeah, and that's a freshman mistake. Why? Go down. You go out of bounds, you stop the clock. They force Cincinnati, or they allow Cincinnati not to use a timeout. Cincinnati saves the timeout. You have 2:19 left, and you lose 6 yards. If you're going to lose yards, go down, keep the clock running, or force them to burn one.
The problem with that being a freshman mistake is Galbraith is a senior.
That's right. That's exactly the problem. Get down.
Second year here at North Texas, the most productive 2-year stretch for any back at North Texas. Those of you on ESPN2, stay with us. NBA Fast Break follows our football game, but it's 2nd and 10 as he lost 5 on that play and stopped the clock by going out of bounds. Redemption for Galbraith? You betcha. First down and more as he is stopped down near the 40-yard line.
Well, he threw a move. I'm going to tell you what, James Julian, he threw a move on James Julian, his tackle number 9 for Cincinnati on the night. And watch this, he's going to put him on the highlight film. He's come on and doing my highlight game. I think he took it away. Then he does a good job of getting downfield, atoning from his freshman year, making a senior play, a big play when his team needs it. James, come up and see what you hit, son.
With a 19-yard gain for Galbraith. First and 10 now from the 40 of Cincinnati. Got those 2 timeouts left, and they're going to have to start burning them soon. Galbraith stopped down. No timeout taken yet by the Bearcats. Now the clock is stopped. Look at some of the Cincinnati offensive players wanting the ball back. Marco McCleskey and company want to get it back, but their defense has to come up with a stop. We'll be right back to New Orleans. North Texas offense. Interception return in the second quarter by Jeremy Pearl. 20 yards for a score. 5 interceptions thrown by Gino Guidugli tonight for Cincinnati. Uncharacteristically, just a horrible first half for the young man. Smith, the quarterback, keeps it. Gets a block. A terrific block thrown for him by Matt Bradshaw on Jason Hunt. Boy, Bradshaw, you like that one, Chris?
Yeah, it's a great job. Bradshaw kind of sets it up like a bootleg, but there's no way into Smith going to throw the football, comes back and gets a, did not see it coming, hit, does a good job. Now, again, he will learn, but you got to get out of bounds to keep the clock moving. Or slide. Don't take the hits. I know you're a freshman. Still get down and get out of bounds.
And Bradshaw, with that block, allowed Smith to get that first down.
Yeah, and see these guys right here? Those guys are doing a great job the past 2 drives. They're controlling the line of scrimmage. They've done a great job all night blocking, getting hat on a hat, finishing.
Galbraith throws down in his tracks. Loses about 1. Jason Hunt comes up with his 7th tackle, but we're inside a minute and a half now at 1:26. Cincinnati, time running out on the Bearcats.
They call this art?
I'll tell you what I call it, brother.
Stage 52 yards, eating up 3 minutes and 49 seconds of clock time, and keeping Gino Guidugli off the field.
Yeah, and it's more impressive when you know Cincinnati's coming in, understanding that they're going to run the football. Cincinnati's going to play their run defense, yet they have not been able to stop them.
And this has been their bread and butter, the run game, and this guy has buttered the bread, so to speak, Galbraith, and picked up a little bit too many butter references. But Galbraith keeping the ball as Cincinnati is out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock.
Yeah, North Texas now, all they have to do is take a knee.
North Texas has not won a postseason game in 56 years.
Wow, what a great win for the program. Daryl Dickey started the year off. Last year, they didn't know that they thought they were going to get fired before they won that.
They were 0-5 to start off last year. Started off poorly this season as well, and they were wondering, you're right, if they would have jobs, that they've eaten up the Sun Belt with one loss in conference in 2 years. Kevin Galbraith chewing up some more yardage. And Cincinnati cannot stop the clock. 3 straight bowl trips for the Bearcats. A loss in the Motor City Bowl the last 2 years, and a loss here today to North Texas. Only been in Division 1A this time around for 8 years. Daryl Dickey, son of a coach, gets himself a win.
Great job for the program. Important win for the program, and it gives some credibility to the Sun Belt Conference, beating the co-conference champions of Conference USA.
So North Texas, which finished with a losing record overall last year, had to get a flyer from the NCAA even to get into the bowl last year, comes back to the New Orleans Bowl, and they win it. 24-19. Galbraith with 131 yards on the ground and a touchdown, 17 points off turnovers. North Texas takes it 24-19 at the New Orleans Bowl. Coming up next, NBA Fast Break Tuesday for Chris Spielman and Rob Stone. I'm Cam Ward. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. North Texas takes it to New Orleans.